heart. Meet me at the bounty bar. Every bounty near and far lights up like a shooting star. Hit them hard and straight too far. Meet me at the bounty bar. Supernova Racing League. Keep your focus, take the lead. We are the Supernova Racing League. A fighting chance is all you need. This is the Supernova Racing League. Me the engine, me the heat. Welcome to Supernova Racing League. Feel the rush and me the speed. This is the Supernova Racing League. Keep your focus, take the lead. A fighting chance is all you need. This is the Supernova Racing League. When the night has come and the darkness is alive, you are not alone. All together we will rise.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. Power to the people. To the power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Potere al popolo.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
İnsanlara güç.
Power to the people.
Poder para la
People.
Power to the people.
All right, welcome everyone to COPA 2024. This is one of the events I am the most excited about for this week, definitely. As you know, this is the second edition ever of COPA. We had one in 2022, and COPA, if you don't know what it is the official Star Atlas Guild competition. There will be 9 guilds today presenting to the judges and the audience what they have been working on, what their plans are for the future, and overall, why their DAC, their guild, is the one to join. They are not also competing for the great glory that signifies being a COPA winner, but also competing for big prizes. We have a tier 1 CSS land plot for the third place. We have a tier 2 CSS land plot for the second place, and a tier 3 CSS land plot for the first place. All these prices are valued at combined of $25,000, I think, right now. So pretty big prices today for the winners. But not only that, there is also going to be prizes for the audience as well for being here. One, you will have the chance to win some ships. As you know, yesterday we had the Atlas Brew number 100, where we wanted to give away 100 ships, but I think we didn't manage to give away all of them. So we'll be giving away them today. And in order to participate for that, after each of the presentations, there's going to be a question coming from Jose, one of my great co-hosts and the newly doxed Penguin. He will be asking a question to the audience, and the first person to reply correctly in the chat will be able to, will get a ship. Also, you can participate now, as you know that we love to do. You can participate for a ship by posting on Twitter /X, however you want to call it, using the hashtag StarAtlasCopa and telling us which guild you think is going to win today and why. I know a lot of people are asking why no cameras. This is a 3-hour long event probably, so wearing a suit and a tie will be a little bit too much, especially in the Argentinian hot summer. So we're not doing cameras today. With that said, again, Dom, maybe you can post the hashtag in the chat, hashtag StarAtlasCopa, and tell us which guild you think is going to win today and why. With that said, I want to introduce my two co-hosts. Let's start first with Jose. How are you doing today, Jose?
I'm doing great, Santi. Super excited to watch the different presentations from all the 9 decks that are coming on over stage today. COPA is always something that I really look forward. Stratlas guilds always do things that baffles me. It's super impressive how much love, passion, dedication they put towards Stratlas. So yeah, I am 100% sure that we are going to have a great show today. So looking forward to the presentations.
Awesome, man. And my other co-host, the legend, Dominic Bain. How are you doing, my friend? We can't hear you, I think, Dom, and it's because you started the stage. That is what happens to me every single brew. Yeah. This is revenge. I love it. Can someone hear Dom, bro?
Hello?
Dominic.
Dom?
Can someone hear Dom?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Can't hear you, bro.
I'm out
No, we can.
Wait,
You've
heard me the whole time?
No, before we couldn't hear you. Now we can.
Okay. Now you're just trolling me. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm super excited for COPA 2024. I'm just ready to get really started. I'm not gonna make this long or anything. I'm just gonna say that we have a lot of really, really talented people presenting today. We have a lot of talented people presenting a lot of really, really good work that their guilds have done. And what they plan on doing. And if you're guildless, if you have no guild and you're looking for a guild, you're at the right place. There's a lot of very talented people, very, very, very talented guilds here. So make sure you're watching. We also have some giveaways coming. So yeah, it's gonna be a good event. Let's have a good time.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And now, as you can see, we have on stage 2 of our 3 judges. I sent the invite to Drew. Oh, Drew is also here on stage. But we have our honorable judges for today. So I would like to welcome them. You probably know them already, but these are our 3 official COPA judges for this year. All Star Atlas team members and very trusted. So let's introduce them. Let's start with Drew. Drew, how are you doing, my friend?
Living the dream, Dom. Living the dream.
That's awesome, man. And can you give us a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, for those that have been here since the last bull run, I was the one who worked on Fuzzy Lemur. Also contributed to building AtlasNet, Starcom. I'm not the reason why it breaks. I'll preface that. Worked on Sage Labs. Yeah, just kind of a blockchain everything engineer at this point.
Nice, nice. Well, awesome to have you on stage, man. And also we have Gareth, better known as the Econ Ninja. He has been in a couple brews before. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Feel honored to be up here representing the team. For those of you that don't know me, some of you do, but for those that don't, I work directly under Chris, our head of game design or economic game design. I work on the quarterly reports, provide insights to our internal teams. And recently, I've been watching a lot of you DAX participate in the Sage Labs economy. So that's been a highlight over these past couple of weeks for sure. Really excited to see your presentations. Been in gaming for a long time, and I know how important guild participation is. So this is going to be really awesome. I'm really excited to be up here.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we also have Brad, the man, the myth, the legend. You probably know him from some of our Twitter and YouTube videos. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's great to be here.
Yeah, man. Can you give us a brief introduction? I think a lot of people probably already know you, but a little introduction about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm on the Unreal side of it. I work with Danny and Chip. I do a lot of prototype stuff. So Danny and Chip and I will come up with ideas for stuff, and I'll prototype it and get it working, and then kind of pass it off to the smart people, the engineers and the blockchain guys and stuff to make it all work better. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Awesome, awesome. We love all the videos and all the content that you're producing, and I know you're cooking something special with this a little bit for the next multiplayer testing. I'm not going to share any extra details, but yeah.
Yeah, I won't either, but wouldn't put it past Michael.
Yo, you know I'm on here now, right?
Oh, I mean,
you know what, Brad? I was so excited by your video before New Year's that I didn't even watch the whole thing before I shared it, and I realized as I got about halfway through that you specifically requested that it not be leaked. In fairness, I would have leaked it anyway, but
okay.
I didn't know going into sharing that was a request. Hopefully your brother.
Yeah, that was
upset.
kind of a joke. Yeah, he's totally fine with it.
All right, very good. COPA.
Awesome. Yeah, COPA, man. Second edition ever. Lots of great guilds presented today, and also a lot of great guilds that didn't make it to the final. But how are you feeling about this, Michael?
Well, I'm excited. I haven't seen any of the presentations yet, to be honest with you, and but I have seen a few people teasing out some videos. Ronald, the leak with the card style game, Evi with their new dashboard and tools. So just have seen a few things on Twitter so far, or X so far, and I'm really stoked to see the amount of innovation that's going on around the ecosystem. This really is the dream. I mean, this is what we've talked about forever, is the idea of a composable ecosystem, an extensible ecosystem, and also shared value exchange, creating opportunities for people to build alongside us, commercialize and monetize those businesses. And I really see it as an enormous benefit to all of the stakeholders in the ecosystem, us at Automata, the players, the gamers, and also these creators, these entrepreneurs. We obviously as a studio benefit because there is a ton of work that we would love to be able to do, but there's just no way it would be feasible for us to create everything that is possible here on a reasonable timeline. And so we get the benefit of people innovating and contributing to the ecosystem. Of course, those entrepreneurs are either building these as passion projects, but they're also building these as ways to make some money. And I'm extremely in favor of that. I think it's fantastic that people can see these opportunities, find a way to participate and earn something for themselves. And of course, our players all get the benefit of a significantly enhanced feature set and feature suite on a much faster timeline. So I'm really excited. Obviously, DAX are also really critical to gameplay and that sense of cohesion and social structure within any MMO. And I know there are a lot of DAX out there that already have pretty substantial strategy formed going into the next feature releases. But I'm really excited. I'm going to be passive through most of this and just listening in. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what everyone has to present today.
Awesome, man. Let's do this then. Let's get started. For the first block today, we'll have 3 guilds. We'll have the Shadow Loyal, Tionsin, and Heimdall Industries. Let's start with the Shadow Loyal. So please, Groove, raise your hand so we can let you in here to the stage. Here he is. Welcome, Groove. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing great, thank you. You guys hear me okay?
Awesome. Yeah, perfect. Just as a reminder, my friend, you will have 10 minutes for the presentation, and then there will be 5 minutes for answering questions. We will let you know when there's 1 minute left in the presentation. So if you are ready, you can start sharing your screen, and we'll let you know when the timer starts.
Alrighty.
No problem, man. Looking forward to the presentation for sure. You guys have been cooking this year.
Get the nerves out, man. Start shaking. You're
Gotta
first.
do it, yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Okay, let's see. Everything seems to be working, and we will start the timer right now, man. Go for it.
All right, perfect. So, my name's Groove. I am presenting about the Shadow Loyal, our guild, also known as Sly. And as you see here, kind of our slogan or our tagline, if you've got a problem, Sly has the solution. You can check us out on our website there. So I'm going to jump right into our presentation. Here we go. So, I'm here at Volant Station to lend my voice to the Abbot 9 protest. During the Convergence War, Abbot 9 was decimated. Exploitative harvesting resulted in damages that won't recover for generations. The native civilians were mistreated, they were isolated, and they were coerced into a labor force to support the war efforts. Then they were abandoned. The inhabitants of Abbot 9 were left with a broken planet, robbed of all means of self-sustainment. While the major factions licked their wounds, Abbot 9 and other planets like it continued to be assaulted. Corporations continue to extract resources and exploit the already weakened populations. Politicians make empty promises, but only to garner influence and power. Natural predators drawn to the conflict present their own dangers. The Council of Peace needs to peek out of their House of Plenty and help these planets recover. Move to the next slide here. So you might be wondering, what does this have to do with Sly? The answer is misdirection. While I was up here talking about a truly concerning political issue within the game, we did have an ulterior motive. We've framed the corrupt politician. We've hijacked 2 ships. They were previously flying above Volant Station. We've taken over Volant Station. You can see our tag over here now. And we've reskinned our getaway vehicle. If I've done my job effectively, these activities went mostly unnoticed. I've attempted to engage your analytical capabilities, trigger an emotional response, and redirect your attention. I'll just play that back here so that you can see the changes as they were going on. So Sly, and what makes Sly exciting is our unique approach to gameplay. Gamers first. We're passionate about Star Atlas because it's enjoyable. The universe that's being built, the lore, the potential, it sparks excitement, and we want everyone to have that same experience. Players must have the freedom to play the game in a way that's enjoyable to them. We hope to provide tools and education which allow players to make the most of their valuable time. From both an in-game and a metagame perspective, we strive to protect each other's rights to profit from their own hard work. We believe everyone should be afforded the opportunity to succeed, and we're not afraid to get our hands dirty in the process. Sly is every kid who disassembled their toys to figure out how it worked. Sly is every being brave enough to stand up for the meek. Sly is every being who refuses to accept the status quo. We set information free, yet some call us criminals. We explore, yet some call us criminals. We liberate, yet some call us criminals. Our crime is outsmarting greedy and oppressive corporations. We are hackers. We're freedom fighters. We're smugglers. But we're also scholars, fighters, engineers, builders, and laborers. You may stop the individual, but the mission is eternal. This is our universe. You've seen our work. You just might not have realized it. There's a few news blurbs that I'd like to highlight for you. A merchant prince in Denebula finds himself disgraced after accidentally live streaming embarrassing business conversations to his peers. As a result, and due to an unusual clause in his corporation's bylaws, the entire corporate treasury was liquidated and distributed to his company's labor force. A corporation on Illide finds themselves in shambles after a fake message led high-ranking officers directly into an Ecos ambush. The native Termics have already deconstructed and repurposed the abandoned equipment. A brief technical malfunction on Anfoil States has resulted in 7 residents going missing. Ooster from across Gallia report a surge in what they interpret as joy, following the reintegration of several previously lost Ooster into their collective. This is Sly, taking down corruption and returning power to the people. Shadow Loyal exists to hold beings accountable for their actions. Let this be a warning to all those who seek to exploit others for their own selfish gains. Beware the shadows. We choose to use our skills to help build the community and uplift the people of Gallia. To that end, we have established a problem-solving agency, and we've named it Star Loyal. To the general public, we offer services ranging from ship customizations to rescue operations. We deal in custom engineering and salvage. We offer repair, refuel, and rescue services. We also offer security system integration and training. And in support of those core values, providing all beings with the tools necessary to succeed, we've released several tools. We've always made them open source and free to everybody. We've been active for years. Our first contribution was a client-side tool to automate SCORE, and we released that one in early 2022. Our latest tools include Fly, which is our freelance system, and Lab Assistant. Fly leverages the Star Atlas Player Profiles program to implement inter-wallet privileges specific to Sage. The goal is to allow users to play Sage while reducing exposure of their primary wallet. Our focus there is on security. Lab Assistant is an information and automation tool for Sage. It hopes to allow users to make more efficient use of time and resources. We recognize that some problems are more sensitive in nature, so I'd like to invite you into the back room. As I said, some problems require a more liberal interpretation of COP rules and regulations. And that's where Shadow Loyal steps in. If you find yourself needing to escape pursuit or surveillance, our counterintelligence team can help. If your best friend is detained unjustly or being treated unfairly, our infiltration experts will make sure to liberate them. If your regional monarch is using your cultural heirloom as a wine chalice, we'll recover it and we'll get it home safely. As Shadow Loyal, we deal in covert operations ranging from mundane lockpicking to high-tech cyber warfare and espionage. We use misdirection, misinformation, deception, and stealth to get the job done. If you find these jobs interesting, if you want to help people, if you want to have fun, we want you on our crew. We never know what challenges the next mission may present, so we welcome any and all talents, from engineers to artists, combat pilots to statisticians, security experts to asteroid miners. All beings, regardless of wealth, status, or background, can find a home with Shadow Loyal. We encourage growth within your public profession, as well as those more clandestine skill sets. We train together, learn together, and we apply those skills in active shadow missions. One perk of membership is that guild-sanctioned missions are fully funded operations, Expenses and repairs are covered, and participants get an even split of profits. Have fun, do what you enjoy, and earn some Atlas in the process. Join Shadow Loyal. Thank you for your time. The end.
Awesome, man. Perfectly timed. I think you had only 1 minute left. So yeah, thank you for the presentation, man. Really good one. Really good one. Awesome stuff. I'm sure a lot of people are using the tools that you guys put together for sure. So yeah, now I would like to see if our judges have any questions here for the Shadow Loyal group.
Yeah, that was awesome. So kind of what I got from that is, so in lore, you're kind of like these freedom fighter, Robin Hood type figures that, you know, take down corrupt organizations and try and help out the everyman. And if you find yourself on the, you know, the wrong side of the law, it's not because, you know, you're malevolent. It's because you're, you know, sometimes the laws aren't looking out for the best interest of the little guy.
You got it.
And then IRL, you're like helping with community tools and information and guides, maybe helping out new players, getting in the game, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yep.
Awesome. Love it.
Cool. I think Gareth has a question.
Yeah, I have one question for you. If you were to describe your future plans in maybe just a few sentences, don't have to go too deep, what would you say is your path forward from here?
We have two perspectives, really. We're working both from an in-game and a metagame perspective. So from the in real life or metagame perspective, we hope to continue to provide tools of value to the community with a focus on sharing and learning and helping guide other users, particularly with regards to safety, security, and time efficiency. From an in-game perspective, as the game evolves, we hope to influence that evolution and allow the freedom of expression and the freedom of gameplay capabilities.
Awesome. Thanks for your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Any questions from you, Drew, or should we keep moving here?
No, I don't have any questions, but there's two things that came to mind. One is basically Mr. Robot, for those that have seen it. And two is you're living by that motto of power to the people, walking that path directly.
Appreciate it.
Nice. So yeah, thank you, Drew, so much for the presentation. Great one, my friend. And thank you, judges, also for the questions. Yeah, much appreciated. Shout out to Shadow Loyal and all the tools they are building.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, man.
Great presentation.
Okay. Now, we have Jose with the question now.
Yeah, let's get started with the quiz. We are starting with a very easy question. Just get us started. So pay attention and type fast because everyone here should know this. So the first question is very easy. Name Santiago home country.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I see Stash Attack. Got it right first.
Nice, and he's Argentinian.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
That's hilarious, actually.
Awesome.
I'm proud.
Congratulations.
Let's go Argentina, by the way.
Congratulations to Stash Attack. Okay, I think we're ready for the next presentation here. I'm gonna be introducing someone, a guild that have been active builders and community members throughout the entire hard period in Star Atlas's history. They've been great in all the community events. They join everything. They're awesome. It's with great pleasure that I welcome the Unseen Guild to stage. Hey guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello everyone.
Heck yeah.
It's a pleasure
Welcome
being
to
on
the
stage
stage.
with you guys.
Whenever you guys are ready, just let me know and I'll start the 10-minute timer.
Yep, I'm about to go mute and let her take over, so you can go now.
Okay. Go.
All right, let's get started. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good time. And it's an honor and my pleasure to be here and present our guild, the Unseen. My name is Makai. I'm one of the officers of the guild. So the Unseen was founded by White Mane and Jindo on January 1st, 2022. So we've been around for quite some time. The Unseen is from the Mud faction, focusing on privateering and bounty hunting with over 30 years combined MMO leadership experience. So, as a guild of pirates, you might think, that we're free-spirited, doing whatever we want, but let me tell you now, you're wrong. We place very high importance in the Pirates Code, and the most important is respect for our guild members, loyalty and dedication to the unseen, bravery in the face of adversity, and reliability will always show up for our brothers and sisters. And for our enemies, beware, because we give no mercy, we never surrender. So you might be thinking, or you might be asking, why work with the unseen? Well, I can list so many reasons for anyone to join us, but here are the best ones. We are highly competitive, experienced, and always focusing on strategies on how to get more. For example, since the inception of the Golden Ticket, the Council RFR, we have always been working together and having multiple trade groups, crafting hundreds or thousands of golden tickets, RFRs consistently on a weekly basis. So if you resonate with that, hit us up and join our guild anytime. So on this section, I'll just run you through a quick intro on the Atlas project. So this allows you to claim by minting your planet, stake, and earn star credit exclusively at atlas.unseenguild.com and buy discounted components in the shop. So if you have questions or if you're interested or you haven't heard of it, you can head over to atlas.unseenguild.com or you can hit us up anytime with your questions. All right, so the Unseen has a detailed process for operations as a pirate guild. So we've established an elite military ranking system to accommodate thousands of members. So we have 3 operations. The very first one is Fleet. This is actually where our hardcore elite gamers are. So, if you love blowing things up, or if you'd like to play defense, or you want to go on rescue missions, then this is the operations for you. Second, we have Industry. So this is the blood of the guild because this is where support and guild finances are organized. And third, we have Exploration. This operation is actually a great haven for those casual players because it has minimal time requirement. So if you are someone who pops in and out of the game or doesn't have, just maybe occasional once a week, so this is the right operation for you, which is Exploration. So with the military ranking system, your dedication and loyalty are the basic requirements for a promotion. With exceptional performance from missions and recommendation from your immediate officer, you can progress further into the ranks. So everyone will start at an entry-level position, which are recruit for the fleet, apprentice for industry, and Wanderer for exploration. So we have so many opportunities for rank advancement. So what you're waiting for, start your career with us by joining after this presentation. Also, with the unseen, money or funds don't actually work here because rank promotion is only for grinders. So if you are one, then the unseen is the guild for you. So officer positions actually have huge influence in the unseen. So currently we still have 5 or 6 officer post vacancy. So, if you want to be part of history and become a contributor in our journey in becoming the dominant pirate guild in Galia, then please join us. So on this slide here, you will see our reward systems. So all the unseen members have opportunities in earning NFT rewards. We have this, beautiful 3D Ucoin NFT that can be used to enter the Pirates Plunder event that we conduct every quarter. And anyone can win awesome prizes. So, or you have the option to hold and gain access to guild member exclusive 25% discount at the atlas.unseenguild.com exclusive shop. Then on the left side, you can enhance your medals and ribbons by reaching more challenging milestones. And ribbons that accumulate stars actually awards you with a medal. And on the right side, there are hundreds of potential rewards within each operation. So when a player achieves a medal, it will be in NFT form. So you will receive it in your wallet. Or in the current medals actually that you're seeing are only art concept. So we will be producing the real NFT as the game progresses. All right, so here are the current leaders that we have on the guild. So you might be familiar with Whitemane and Jindo. We also have Raiko, Bloodbeard, Mysterious, and of course me, Makai. All right, so what are you waiting for? Enlist today and hit us up anytime. And just a quick share. I'm actually a 9 to 5 person myself. So every time I get off work, I always check the guild Discord because it helps distress actually. So we discuss a wide range of topics from dissing our bosses, or we also do strategize on how to expand our fleet and gain more out of the game. And always remember, folks, whatever happens in the unseen stays in the unseen. So we'd love to welcome fellow Muds in our ranks. So hit us up anytime, and we'll grow together. That's it. Thank you.
I just want to throw one last thing out there. We are really 100% focused on gameplay. I know there's a lot of more investment type guilds out here, and obviously people like Sly building all these amazing tools for the community. And while we are working on things like that, our number one focus is the end game MMO. So with that, we're open to the questions.
Fantastic presentation, guys. All right, I'm going to open the questions for the judges here. Brad, Drew, Econ Ninja. Either of you have a question to start?
Yeah, I just noticed that all your officers are humans. I was just wondering if you're, speciesist.
We will eventually be cooler once I get the mud profiles created.
All right.
Any other judges have a question, or anyone in the audience have a question for the Unseen Guild?
No questions, but the one comment I'll say is it's nice to see a level of sophistication for rewards and economics within your guild that kind of pulls users from the starless economy. You're not just an organization of people, you're actually functioning more as a corporation. So staying true to that term DAC,
Yep, 100%. And kind of the way we look at it for all the gamers out there is an achievement-based system. within the guild. Like as you complete milestones in the guild, you get achievements and you get NFT rewards as you go.
Yeah, I
Very
think
cool.
the military hierarchy, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. Okay. Well, if we have no more questions, then I think we're ready to move on here. Thank you guys so much at the Unseen Guild. You guys had a epic presentation.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, guys.
Heck yeah. Okay, I'm turning it over to Jose for the next quiz question.
Great work on seeing. So, for our second question, this one is about ships. So, the question is, how many ship models has the Pierce manufacturer released in the Galactic marketplace? Let's see who knows about ships in Stratos marketplace.
Chat broken, bro.
Someone already got it right. It's 10.
It's 10. We'll have to verify who's the first one. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see. Who got it first? Andromeda, I think. I see Andromeda.
Agreed. Andromeda. Congratulations, Andromeda.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome, Andromeda. Congratulations, my friend. There will be more questions throughout the whole show, guys. So don't worry. After each presentation, there's a question. Also, I know a lot of people are asking for the code for today. And especially you, I don't know who was it that tagged me and said, I have to go on a date. Please share the code right now. So we will do it just because of our friend. And the code for today is COPA 2024. So our friend can go to the date.
Let this man go to the date.
Let this man go to the date. And good luck.
Good luck. Everyone,
it
everyone
works.
tell him good luck. Everyone tell him good luck
Yeah.
in the chat.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck to our friend going to the date. This is amazing.
Jesus.
Cool. So now let's keep moving. And for the last presentation of this block, we have Heimdall. So please, Benny and Jord, please raise your hands so we get you on stage. Welcome, Benny, Jord. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, usually just kind of I go with Nord. It's easier.
Nord.
Even though
Perfect.
Benny's probably got the proper pronunciation.
Cool.
You actually got it pretty close.
Nice. So let's start sharing the screen, and I'll let you know, guys, when the timer starts running. As you know, you have 10 minutes for the presentation, and then we will have 5 minutes for questions.
This quick thing, it actually won't allow me to share the screen.
Here?
Yes.
That is very weird.
It worked in the other channel.
Let me give you some permissions really quick, man. Let's see if that's the issue.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Let me see if it works. And we seem to be live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time is running out. Let's get started.
All right. I'm Viking and Benny. I will present Heimdall Industries. It is a well-established gaming guild in the Star Atlas metaverse. We opened the doors of our great halls of Discord on the 4th of September in 2021. As our name maybe suggests, we are Vikings, but warmongering barbarians? Not quite. Vikings per se are warriors by trade, but most of these warriors were also farmers, craftsmen, traders. In fact, they created some of the most advanced ships of their time. This practice of expert craftsmanship is something that we've carried with us through generations in Heimdall Industries. We are the #1 Uster ship manufacturer, striving to supply our faction with the best ships and equipment for civilian and military purposes. Heimdall Industries played a key role in the foundation of the Uster Security Council, which's role is not to wage war, but to preserve peace and prosperity within our faction through cross-guild coordinated actions. Not only are we opening for trade networks within our organization, but also extending this and creating good and peaceful relations with other organized groups, faction groups, such as the Uni Consortium. Heimdall's mission is to support the Uster faction in the best way possible, giving a helping hand to fellow Usters whether they are flying solo in space or flying with different corporations. Our goal is peace and prosperity for Uster, even if we have to raise our shields and swords to defend ourselves. Sage Labs, the great foundation of the Star Atlas economy. As this version of economy gameplay emerged, we realized that even though Labs is a single-player game, we must cooperate and work together. I'd like to revisit a question from the Uni judge in our previous COPA attendance, which sounds, as a shipbuilding manufacturer, what have you done to prepare your guild for the future? And my answer was to gather as much information as possible and continue to reinvest our guild treasury income. And that we did. Leading up to the final days of Lab's release, we got together and figured out a way for us to plan and practice teamwork now that we had an actual game to play. We introduced the Heim Quest in our Discord. Essentially, it's a Discord forum where there are posts for each resource or component needed for a build. We will split the number of required resources up in batches. So if we needed, for example, 100,000 iron to complete a build, we will split it in 10 batches of 10,000 iron each. This way, our members could post in their respective posts the number of batches they were able to deliver and claim that by saying, for example, claim 2x in the iron post, and then they have 24 hours to send those resources to the guild GameOps wallet and verify with a SoulScan link. But here comes the fun part. Now this gets registered manually, currently, in an Excel sheet, which calculates your participation based on a point system that we've carefully made. When a build is completed, it actually gets sold, and it gets crafted and sold. Of the money made from the build, 10% goes to the guild treasury, and the remaining 90% is split fairly to the contributed builders. This way, you get to help the guild grow its treasury in a meaningful way, playing the game together with your friends, while you get rewarded for it all at the same time. Since the lab release, we've redeemed 17 Heimhogs and 5 Vapen-X and 20 million components crafted. And currently we've got a RFR crafting pipeline running with a well over 100,000 RFR crafted already. We also have an extensive toolbox of detailed automated spreadsheets with live marketplace data for accurate calculations. Our own fleet performance database for live gameplay comparisons, and an automation tool called Gata. This is probably the most interesting one for people. It's currently in experimental mode and not available for public yet. But for those of you who already knows our open source faction fleet tool called Hydrun, which not only resupplied your faction fleet, it claimed your earned Atlas, it bought R4 when you were running low, and it also, on top of that, it also claimed Atlas to buy more ships, and restaking those ships, a fully automated compounding of your faction fleet. Now this is old news. Gata is like Hydrun, but on steroids for Sage. Heimdall Industries is a thriving and fun community where everyone is welcome regardless of where you come from or what you believe in. Most of our activity happens on Discord. We have started opening up our Discord more and more for the public eye to keep the conversation more out in the open for the onlookers and bystanders of Heimdall. But our Discord also has member-gated sections. These involve Star Atlas planning and strategizing channels, Heim-related projects, and we also have Web3 section where members share information, tips, whitelists, and whatever for big and small projects in Web3 space. Getting involved in this Web3 space in general is a great opportunity not only to make free money from our airdrop hunters, but also to spread awareness of Star Atlas across the broader Web3 space. But that's not all. Every Thursday is game day in Heimdall. We play various games every Thursday at 1900 hours UTC, and anyone is welcome to join. That's it for me. I'm going to leave the horn over to Njord here, and he's going to tell us about our finances.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Benny. All right, everybody. So I'm Nord. I'm going to go over kind of the finance and asset management piece for kind of the guild, explain a little bit of that. Because really everything Benny was kind of talking to basically flows into now what we've kind of held on to as the treasury and the assets that we're building for the guild and for all the guild members so far. So anyway, within the treasury, we basically hold, ships, fleets that are optimized for mining and scanning, structures, badges, collectibles, Polis and Atlas. And we've used a lot of the guild tools so far to kind of help our members assess what's most profitable and efficient for their own fleet composition, or just what their general goal is in Sage, or as a contributor to kind of those missions and those quests that the team's been managing, which has been great. As Benny mentioned before, about 90% of all the coordinated guild build proceeds get distributed back to the contributing members. So in the form of Atlas, typically, once those are sold on the open market. Now, we've also added a piece of this kind of new, which is some additional compensation for members as kind of an additional reward system. And that's through the guild's own Heim token, which I'll talk more about in a minute. In addition to all this, the goal, is still to continue building kind of our pool of assets, staked Atlas and Polis with some of those proceeds from the Sage quests as we go. But as far as goal and strategy and growth going forward, we kind of started with the acquisition of fleets to be deployed in Sage, and those have been kind of optimized for the way Sage has been played out. We've actually recently been having some strategies now about how things are going to change for Star-based, which we're really looking forward to. But I think the structure in place is excellent to just continue to build on. We're looking to grow the treasury here in the near future just from the growth of our own fleet. Proceeds coming up soon from a Solana test node that the guild put together as a group about a year ago. And then also from those Heim token sales that I mentioned before. We've kind of built this infrastructure using Squad's multi-sig wallet, and then a whole series of kind of charter sub-wallets under that. So that way we're keeping, everything that's in Sage separate from what's going on with marketing or finance or just general development operations. So overall, the idea is that we're trying to provide an opportunity for players who have assets of any size to meaningfully participate in kind of these larger coordinated builds while we still provide some transparency overall. As part of this, we also provide a monthly kind of financial report, an update as where the guild is progressing that we kind of publish out to all the membership. So as far as the token goes, we kind of flip over to the Heim token that I mentioned. We actually launched at the very end of last year, in about November, I think, of 23. Now, that was internal public sale, kind of available to Heim Guild members only at this stage, and mainly because it's kind of in its infancy. But so far, all the proceeds have been retained in the guild wallet in the treasury, but we have designated pools of these tokens, one of them being rewards pool, right? And so those have been the ones where we're kind of distributing out to the members who are participating in these Sage quests. So again, this is just a way to kind of add a little incentive or reward on top of sort of that previously mentioned, 90% Atlas rev share that we do already. Now, as far as the token goes, the Treasury is looking to eventually establish Heim as an open market DEX trading token. However, we're not going to do that until we have enough funds actually in the Treasury to make sure we can truly support kind of that token pool and make sure that we provide that value connection. The long-term intent is really to kind of create a bonded link in value between the outstanding token and really the increased kind of growth and value of Heimdall as an organization. So we have a large portion of those tokens that are kind of set aside specifically for open market operations.
50 seconds,
to
guys.
kind of Yep. Oh, sure. They just kind of maintain that bond between the value, right, of the token and what Heim's trying to put together. So as I go to the future of Heim, I would say it's bright, it's strong. Heim's growing, they're building. Our goal is to be the premier Ooster shipbuilder DAC in Star Atlas, while we continue to do and build these tools to improve efficiency and collaborate in all these game efforts. We're just going to continue to support and reward all of our future and current game members just by building this community, like I said. And so really, I just wanted to say thanks kind of here at the end. Thanks for everybody who's listening and paying attention. And then really thanks to the guild itself and all the folks who are in there building, developing, making these tools, working on social media, and most importantly, the folks that have just been grinding in Sage and contributing to these quests, which has just been awesome. It's worked great so far. So again, anybody who wants to come and check out Heimdall, the Discord's always open. And remember, keep calm and shield wall. Thanks, everybody.
And
Awesome,
raise your
guys.
horns!
Great presentation, guys. I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. Let's see if there are any questions from our judges today. Anything from Brad? Anything from Gareth or Drew?
Not really a question. I really like that you have a focus. You're Ooster focused, and your Heimdall Industries. The industry is really, you're for the builders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we've got, there's thoughts and plans of how not just the guild's going to grow, but how we're kind of making these systems and sort of an infrastructure that, helps reward folks that are kind of playing with it, but that's going to grow into how we manage inventory and resources and all that stuff. So excited to kind of keep it going.
Great answer, guys. Drew, I see you unmuted. Anything from you?
Yeah, I'm just impressed. I get like there are certain guilds that have built engineering tools and other guilds that are focused more on gameplay, but you guys really have a professional feel from what I've seen so far. Is you actually have the branding, you actually have the community, you know, shouting out your motto or your name. It's just it actually feels more like a product and a company than anything I've seen so far, which is cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Amazing. So I guess there are no more questions from our judges, unless Gareth, you have a comment or anything for the guys.
Yeah, my only comment would be that I'm a huge fan of your infrastructure. All the technical questions you guys covered in the presentation. So overall, really well done.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. It looks like the judges liked your presentation. So thank you so much for sharing everything, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
All right, thanks for having us, guys.
And have a great rest of COPA, everybody.
Thank you, sirs. Awesome. So, Jose, now we have a question for the audience, right?
Absolutely, friend. We keep going with the questions. This one is also super easy. You just gotta be quick. How many people does the Star Atlas X or Twitter account follow? Jesus, I love how no one goes check on on Twitter.
Nobody got it yet.
Yeah, no.
How many people is the Star Atlas account following,
Here,
guys?
here. I think Ray got it. I think it was Ray. 316.
It was Ray indeed.
Congratulations,
Ray.
Ray. You took the time to check Twitter. God
Yeah.
bless your intelligence. No wonder you are a deck leader.
Amazing. So now we finished the first block of presentations. As you know, we have 3 blocks of 3 different guilds presenting. So now we have something prepared for you guys. We posted on Twitter. We also shared it in past brews. But we let our IP projects know that we will be opening up a commercial block for whatever these guys are cooking, what these guys are building. As you know, the Stratos community is full of builders. So we'll have a commercial ads block right now with things that the community is building. And Dom, I don't know if you have them, but also, guys, this is going to be like a little break, 5 minutes break, let's say. So if you have to go to the bathroom, if you want to go grab a beer, if you want to go grab a coffee, this will be the moment to do that. But there's also, I would also encourage you to pay attention to the videos that the guys provided as well. Also, remember to post on Twitter using the hashtag StarAtlasCopa and tell us who you think is winning, who you think is going to win this Copa for a chance to win a ship. We'll be picking winners at the end. But now, let's play some commercials from Star Atlas IP Prex.
First commercial was Subverted Norms. If you guys need a website or any design work done, go ahead and hit up Subverted Norms. Moving on to the next one. My goodness. That was Gallia Art Station. They do 3D modeling of ships. Moving on.
Amazing, man. That looks really good.
Was super.
Shout out to the Hologram News Network.
Yeah, man.
They're
Shout
doing
out
a
to the
great thing.
hologram.
Yeah, they deserve all the love.
Zoe Advanced Reality.
In a world where technology evolves rapidly, there is an entity committed to taking innovation to new heights.
We focus on the development and promotion of digital technologies and aspire to be a beacon of integrity and progress. Our vision is to inspire through the ethical integration of digital. In our organizational culture, we believe in values that go beyond financial results, inviting you to be part of a project with purpose. We focus on sustainable development, digital inclusion, and community empowerment. We persevere in the search for ideals, promoting the construction of an ethical, sustainable, and inclusive future. Join us on this journey. Together, we can make a difference. Creating tomorrow, today, Zoe Advanced Reality.
Awesome, man. I think those were the commercials for the first commercial block. I love it. I love to see the ecosystem thriving. Love to see everyone building in Star Atlas. Everyone just cooking, man. Like this ecosystem is always getting better, and I'm really proud of everyone who is building here at Star Atlas.
Man, this is
Crazy stuff.
absurd. How fast and how far we got so far in Star Atlas, and what's the future looks like, man. It's dazzling.
Yeah, man.
Insane. It's insane, but this is what we want. We want an ecosystem filled with projects, and builders, and creators, and just makes the economy and ecosystem that much more rich. Yeah, like I echo Santi's sentiments. I'm so proud of everyone.
Yeah,
So
man.
cool to see.
With builders like this, we can literally achieve anything. Anything is possible. So now I think it's a good moment to present the second block of presenters. Now we have 3 new guilds presenting. We'll have Belk, Afia, and Star Atlas Italia. Dom, feel free to introduce the next one.
All right, this next DAC that is presenting is Bulk, and man, they are as OG as it gets when it comes to Star Atlas guilds or DACs. So it is with great pleasure to introduce Bulk to the stage. Take it away, Bulk. I'll start the timer whenever you guys are ready.
Hello, thank you, everybody. Go ahead and start the timer, Dom. Let's do
All right,
this.
let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second annual COPA. Huge shout out to the whole Automata team, and especially to the community team for this week's events. My name is Yoganacht, founder of Bulk. Bulk is a freight, combat, and industrial community dedicated to mutual prosperity.
Real
and
quick,
building...
Iganact, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a presentation?
Oh, shoot. Yes, sir, I do. Ha-ha! 1 second. Really
It's the
exciting.
nerves, man. You know, you get on stage and you're like, oh my God, I got to present
we
in front
go.
of 400 people, please. All right, you're
Ground
good.
control to Major Tom. Can you see the slides?
Code 4, sir.
All right. And 4, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to COPA. Thank you to the community team. My name is Yoganacht, founder of this here guild called BOKE. BOKE is a freight, combat, and industrial community dedicated to mutual prosperity and building personal skill to thrive in Star Atlas. Our mission is to bridge the digital and physical realms through developing people's hands-on skills in value-active gameplay. We aim to empower people across the world with viable economic opportunities in the face of advancing AI and automation. To do this, we're building the best secure freighting community in Star Atlas. In bridging the physical and digital, we recognize that the economic realities of being a human in today's society are growing more complex, with people taking multiple jobs, building side hustles, etc. Reflecting this in the game world, BOKE welcomes members to the Boker Campfire who are members of other guilds as well. This is designed to bring people in allied guilds together, to train, build personal and collective skill at the art of freight and militarized logistics in Star Atlas. Each individual, be they Bokers or members of Boker home guilds, can benefit in myriad ways from the increased social bonds bridging DAX. We're exploring multiple approaches to realizing dual membership and governance participation on-chain. Current DAX with Bokers are the Club, Deep Profits, and Interstellar Alliance. Boke is a member of the Mud Empire, alongside several other Mud faction DAX. Our governance is broadly separated into two forms: a hierarchical structure for day-to-day operation, and a decentralized structure for governance in DAC value. The hierarchical branch exists to ensure efficiency in fleet operations, in supporting Boker home guilds, our allies, and maintaining the long-term mission of forging a place where people can build value for themselves in the field of freight and logistics. Bokers advance in rank for merit by council vote. The founder Boker, myself, and the Boke Council are space MMO veterans from EVE Online and Elite Dangerous, and Solana OGs. Complementing this rank structure is a decentralized approach to value allocation in the bulk DAC. However the bulk DAC finds itself some Atlas or other value, it will be because we did it together, and we will decide what is done with the value we built together, with stipulations for honoring agreements and other obligations. The precise processes for this will be detailed in our full white paper. Building in the bear. Bokers are iron-willed, passionate, and dedicated people. Boke stood steadfast throughout the long night of 2022 and 2023, regularly engaging in the Star Atlas community, sharing Star Atlas art on Twitter X, hosting Discord events to chat and discuss Star Atlas and various strategies, and hosting in-game events like training flight skills in Elite Dangerous, working together in EVE Online, grinding Stellaris matches, and of course, exploring and training in the UE5 Star Atlas metaverse. Further, in the Stellaris mobile game, despite being relentlessly attacked by a far larger foe, we prevailed and turned the tables on our aggressors by being steadfast and active over the course of many weeks. In October 2022, Boke announced surprise achievement NFTs awarded to select members alongside a commemorative badge for all Bokers. This past October, we made this tradition by awarding achievement badges to Bokers for various activities in the past year as part of our second Bokerversary. Running gaming and chat events are a key part of our community building strategy, and as we ramp up recruitment, we'll include more public events for some fun in Star Atlas. In summer 2023, we expanded our organizational ranks by one title with the promotion of the first cohort of Iron Bokers. These senior members discuss with Council Bokers on strategy and operations. With the launch of Sage Labs, Boke initiated a peer-to-peer trading system, awarding the Trade Pioneer badge to early participants. A future among the stars. Boke is developing tools for members, their home guilds, and our allies. Our objective is to provide quick access to various information in support of our mutual prosperity mission. For example, we're continually iterating on a Discord bot, enabling easy access to marketplace info, Star Atlas game info, and performing various maths on Star Atlas data. For example, printing out the current Atlas cost of the COP RFR recipe materials at the user's command. Now, enough words. Let's have some numbers. Bulkers are 2 out of 4 nominees for Most Knowledgeable About Star Atlas in the 2024 Joni Awards. That bulk, a smaller DAC by member size, as half of this year's Joni Awards Most Knowledgeable category is some testament to our pervasiveness in the dark times these past 2 years. Bulk is number 6 in ship VWAP among Star Atlas DACs. Bulk is number 5 in Polis Locked among Star Atlas DACs. Bulk is number 4 in claim stake VWAP among Star Atlas DACs. Mirroring the economic sandbox that is Star Atlas itself, Bulkers are fully empowered to start personal business ventures. Many of you here have heard of and even utilized Lightning Crafts, Star Atlas's biggest crafting service to date, started and operated by Iron Bulker Jan. We're also proud to be working with Gallia Merchants, co-owned by Kriggs, who designed this epic gaming mousepad for your desktop, available at galliamerchants.com. Though we did not seek new members in the bear market, we're opening the hangar bays to new participants. We're welcoming any MUD players to look at our website and see if we're right for you. If you've dreamt of epic dogfights and space trucker adventures, welcome home. We hear the call of undiscovered stars. Join us, pilot. Brave the challenge of the void.
My gosh, I love that closing statement. Love that closing statement, my man. All right, we're going to get to some questions here for Bulk. I'm going to come to you, judges. Any questions or comments that you guys have for Bulk here?
I was just gonna say, as an elite dangerous trucker myself, my trusty old T9 and my Federal Corvette, I really appreciate the space trucker angle.
Nice, absolutely. The video that was released earlier this year very much tickled that for us. It was amazing. The ones that Swags leaked.
Love it. Gareth, Drew, you guys got anything?
Nothing from me. Just wanted to say a great presentation.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
presentation aside, you should definitely narrate radio or movies.
Noted. Thank you.
You did have your movie narrator voice on, you know? I'm expecting to see you in trailers soon here.
All right, well, just for you, Dom. Tell you what. It's written down in pen now.
Okay. Sounds
Hey,
good, man.
I just had one question. I just wanted to know how many sled barges you guys intend to purchase, and why are you going to buy out all of the inventory?
Oh my god.
It's that,
No way,
Swag,
man.
I just love the thimble so much. It's the style.
I respect that, man. Fimble's actually one of my more favorite ones. I like Fimble a lot.
There is, I don't want to distract from all of the presentations here, but there is a nice sneak peek in the foundation room of the sled barges. Just toss that out there.
Oh, well, excuse me as I leave this to go check that out.
Oh man, cool.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Egonact, for the presentation, man. Real OG here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you, Swag, for coming up.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you. Now, Jose, we have another question for the audience, right?
Yeah, sure. We have the next question. It's about a very specific ship. Punab's lovers will like this one. And the question is, what's the Ogrica Tripid total supply?
What's the Ogrica Tripid total supply? Oh, somebody got close.
Really close, oh my god. Here we go.
Somebody got it, right?
Crimson Ghost. 729. Congratulations, Crimson Ghost. Someone had 728. Man, Aster Magnus, really close, friend.
Missed by one, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But now we keep moving. We keep moving here. And it is my pleasure now to introduce the next guild that we'll be presenting. We will have Afia presenting now, and I think it is going to be Funcracker presenting today. Funcracker, how are you, my friend?
It is. I'm doing well, and thank you very much for having me here. Let me set up my screen.
For sure. Just as a reminder, you will have 10 minutes for the presentation, and then we will open up 5 minutes in case there are questions from the judges. If you're ready, we'll start the timer right now.
Yep, I have to pause my game, but let's go.
Let's go. Timer starts now.
Awesome. I'm Funcracker, one of the co-founders of Avia Industries, and it's my pleasure to reintroduce our duck to you. Avia Industries is one of the oldest and largest guilds within the Star Atlas metaverse, having opened its doors on July 18th, 2021. Simply put, we plan to become the most profitable shipbuilding organization in Star Atlas. We have a rich and detailed origin story created by one of our members, which was chosen by our community during an internal story writing competition back in 2021. It tells the tale of how an Uftur and Mat citizen, together, started a new venture not too long after the Convergence War ended. Over the years, this small enterprise would grow into the large multi-factional corporation we all know and love today, Avia Industries. When Sage was launched in September of last year, our members came up with a fun idea to challenge ourselves. On the same day Sage Labs became available, we produced the very first spaceship in Star Atlas. This marked a major milestone, as it was the first time a ship was acquired through mining, refining, and crafting resources. The story of how this came to be is a great illustration of what Avia stands for, and as such, we'll use it as a thread to weave the first half of this presentation together. We split today's presentation into two parts. First, we'll go over how Avia is shaping its future. Then in part two, we want to zoom in on how we are helping to grow the Star Atlas community. We'll use our ship crafting challenge to tie together the first subsections. So let's go. We are a community of ship crafters. When the opportunity presented itself to be the first to create a ship, we prepared ourselves to do exactly that, from rock to rocket. From the moment we opened our doors, we had a concrete game plan and a business perspective on the metaverse. Star Atlas will evolve into more than just a game and will be prepared. When someone is looking to buy a ship, Avia Industries will be top of mind. To achieve this goal, we strive for vertical integration. We want to bring the entire supply chain required to build ships under Avia's roof. We believe in the freedom and independence of our members. We also believe that a rising tide lifts all spaceships. That is why Avia is committed to sharing its knowledge freely with the Star Atlas community. As a member of Avia, you gain access to the in-depth analysis of that data. Last but not least, we want this journey to be a great experience for all participants. We strive to create a fun, friendly, fair, inclusive, respectful, profitable, and helpful community of like-minded people from all over the globe. We are a corporation that sells ships. We are not warmongers. We do not seek another's destruction unless they seek ours. Now, do not misinterpret this as a weakness. Shooting up potential customers for fun is just not a smart business move. Some people seem to take this as if Avia won't partake in combat, but that would be a mistake. Combat and the threat of combat is a major part of the gameplay that Star Atlas will provide. Our operations need to be defended, bounties need to be collected, and our blacklist will be maintained. To build the first ship, our members organized themselves organically inside our Discord, set up a spreadsheet, put a person in charge, and ensured they covered all time zones. It was just a small ship, but it was a great team effort. It was also fully member-driven. The management merely facilitated by streamlining things such as creating and operating the multi-sig wallet. This is the way. We love flat organizations and as little hierarchical overhead as possible. This works well for us. We do have a small management team that makes sure we stay true to our vision while also at this stage filling in the blanks. Our active members are either working on an Avia project solo or as part of a larger working group. Of course, the majority is just doing their own thing, which is perfectly fine as well. In the future, we will transition to a model where the members govern Avia through a DAO, much in the same way as the main Star Atlas DAO will operate. And this DAO will be primarily responsible for ensuring activities that align with our vision are incentivized. A unique aspect worth mentioning here is that voting weight will not be for sale and cannot be traded. Instead, it is determined by measuring the actual contributions of members to Avia, both inside and outside of the game. Now, our governance platform will exist outside of the Star Atlas ecosystem. With both being on-chain, however, we'll need a way to unify, tie together our DAC members with our governance members. More relevant right now, with the recent launch of the official DAC registration, guilds need to bridge the gap between the members registered with their DAC and their existing Discord members. At present, there is no tool out there that understands Star Atlas player profiles, let alone a tool that fully integrates all aspects of Star Atlas. Now, for those who attended ChimeraCon in 2022, this may look a bit familiar. We are currently finalizing the launch of a service that does exactly that, which we dubbed Astral Pass. Astral Pass enables you to connect your Discord account to your Star Atlas profile, which allows us to unify the member bases between the two platforms. And in the future, it will do the same for our governance platform. Astral Pass will go live very soon for Avia, but we want to enable other DACs to also employ the service. So if this interests you, please do reach out. Now let's talk about our execution. And to kick that off, we're going back to our story. Mining the resources and crafting the right compounds went very smoothly, despite Sage Labs being new to everybody involved. Funneling the compounds to a dedicated treasury and then getting one of the founders to redeem the Fimble airbike equally so. In fact, our biggest issue was that it went so fast that not everybody who wanted to could join in. 10 hours after Sage Labs went live, we managed to produce the very first ship. In the future, when the real ship crafting comes online, there will be many more variables and intermediate steps. Though it was great to see a manual process work, this is not how we plan to craft ships cooperatively in the future. At Avia, we are building a suite of tools and services on top of Star Atlas. A significant amount of these are meant to ensure we are able to scale up our ship production with ease when the real crafting loop comes online. These programs will together form an additional layer of gameplay, a layer 2 if you will, that tightly wraps around the core gameplay of Star Atlas. The goal here is to make a simple, fun, and seamless addition to the Star Atlas gameplay. Let's dive a little deeper into perhaps the most important program we are working on, our commission program. One of our goals is to provide additional value to our members, not to take value away from them. A core example of this, which ties directly into ship crafting, is our commission program. If this slide looks familiar, it's because this is the exact same infographic as the one we showed during the previous COPA 20 months ago. Our commission program breaks down the production of a ship into its individual steps and turns those steps into missions. These missions start at extracting the required resources, then move up to refining and crafting until eventually we craft the ship. By combining automated analysis of the relevant Star Atlas marketplaces with the location of our players and their in-game licenses, we are able to predict what ship should be created and where this construction should take place. There will be multiple such ship construction projects available, spread over all 3 factions of the Gallia Expanse. Now, building tools and programs is all good and well, but the beating heart of a guild is its community. We are blessed with a great number of very active members who help both the guild and the wider ecosystem along. As a guild, we are looking to help the Star Atlas team expand their community. We do this through initiatives that help onboard new community members while keeping everyone up to date and engaged. At this point in time, we are perhaps best known for building tools for the entire Star Atlas community. We also keep people up to speed on all that goes on off-chain through our weekly Star Atlas newsletter and town hall recaps. We have Nancy, which helps people to experiment with their fleet setup. And our analytics dashboards provide a nearly real-time view of the health and state of the Star Atlas ecosystem. Both were released during the bear cycle last year. Helping people stay up to date and lowering the threshold to play the game helps to attract new people and ensure they stay on board. Now, there's one project that people have kept
1
asking
minute
us about
left.
ever since we teased a fan-created game we are developing specifically for the Star Atlas community, Cataclysm. Cataclysm, the Battle for Iris, is our upcoming player versus player card game situated deep within the high-risk zone. In this highly strategic game, you will play cards that represent ships and other status assets in an attempt to beat your opponent. We teased the game in late 2022, and we are happy to say we are starting internal alpha tests soon, with the public beta rolling out later this year. But that is not all we worked on. We also amped up our marketing effort through perhaps our best-known project to date, Abe Lifeform, or L for short. This is the very first project we launched using the Stateless IP license. Because we, on top of the art, also decided to keep the NFT community in the very same Discord as our DAC, this ensures that everyone looking into ELF will inevitably be exposed to Star Atlas. Now, ELF's recruitment power was not just limited to pre-mint hype and excitement. We are collaborating with other Web3 games in the space, joining Twitter Spaces, and on top of this, besides being on Magic Eden and Tensor, ELF is available on major platforms such as Sharkify and Banks as well.
Time is up, my friend.
Project with staying power, guaranteeing it will keep popping up in the Sunday ecosystem. That's a wrap. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. A great presentation. I know it's difficult to cover everything that you guys are working on, but
you got
awesome
2 minutes
presentation.
out. I had to speed run now.
Let's see if there are any questions or comments from our judges. Anything from Brad? Let's check with him first.
That was very impressive, very professional, both like the slides themselves and everything you presented is very much, it seems like you got a well-oiled operation going for sure.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Drew, anything from you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I met you guys at Breakpoint. I mean, you're definitely professional from day one, especially with the marketing with the sweatshirts and getting Wagner to wear it. But when it comes to your presentation, I mean, doing ship rentals, breaking down the ship into its economic value and offering commissions, I mean, you guys are organized and structured and how you're actually trying to produce value. It's a very professional approach and actually, impressive to see.
Yeah, appreciate it a lot.
Awesome. Gareth, anything from you, my friend?
Yeah, we've sequentially over the course of the last few years, we've heard and seen and used a lot of your tools. It's awesome to see them all compiled into this presentation. Really paints a picture of the work you guys have put in. Awesome presentation, and yeah, great stuff.
Thanks, Don.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
I see Michael on stage. Michael?
Yeah, I wanted to learn a little bit more about how the card game is going to work and whether or not you have any intentions of integrating actual player assets into availability of your deck.
Excellent question. I had to cut that out, so let me quickly skip to that part. So for the game's initial release, there won't be any blockchain integration. Everyone will be playing with the exact same deck of cards. Pending the community's reaction after release, we absolutely do plan to expand with on-chain elements, utilizing status assets, and introducing additional game modes where more cards can be unlocked and the stakes are also higher. So we have a lot of plans, but like you guys, of course, you, Michael, know exactly how it goes. We're starting relatively simple, similar, same decks, off-chain, and let's see how that goes. But yeah, we have plans, and we love to move further. So I hope we'll be able to do that.
I love to hear it. Great work on all of this. Again, not trying to hijack all of the presentations here, but we've had conversations with a number of teams about not a card style game, but various gaming applications leveraging existing Star Atlas assets, things like skill-based betting, making that functionality available. So we'd love to chat with you more about that as time goes on, but
We're
very
going to
excited.
set up a meeting for sure, Michael. Thanks. Long
Cool.
overdue.
Thank you, man, for the presentation. Awesome stuff.
Thanks, Tom. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
No doubt I'll leave. Best of luck, folks.
Everyone
Thank you,
keeps
sir.
calling you Dom today, man.
Yeah, 2 people called me down already today.
I
Wow.
know.
Jose, I know you have a question for the audience right now.
I do. I have another one. This one is super easy as well, so get ready to type quickly. How many species belong to the Oni consortium in Star Atlas lore?
Literally the first person got it,
Yeah,
I think.
Aegi. Congratulations, Aegi. Poor species.
Wow, he meant business.
He meant business,
He
man.
meant business, yo. He meant business. Wow, that should be 2 ships.
Dom, you take it from here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on to the next presentation here. The next DAC presenting is another OG dating all the way back to late 2021. Representing Italians everywhere, it's with great pleasure to bring Star Atlas Italia to the stage.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Let me know when you guys are ready, and
Okay.
I'll start the timer.
Okay. Hi to everyone. My name is Kika Chan, and today I would like to introduce you SciDAC. Let me tell you what the contents of this presentation are. We will talk about what is Sci, what is SciVault, and what is Sci Fleet Composer. Sci originated as a meeting place for the Italian Star Atlas community. We aim to be more than just a DAC. We aspire to become a nation within the Star Atlas metaverse. As a nation, our unity is based on an ideal of brotherhood, translated into a desire for mutual aid and loyalty to our comrades. Over recent months, we have developed deep into what it means to be part of Sci. A DAO born out of enthusiasm for Star Atlas and grow into a significant force in the metaverse. Our journey led us to develop revolutionary tools like SciVault and SciFleet Composer, transforming not only our approach to the game, but also that of the communities we collaborate with.
In this digital age where we find ourselves competing in the vast universe of Star Atlas, we carry forward the traditions of cooperation, mutual aid and unity that have characterized
Okay, one moment, I will skip the video.
Demo effect. It's always demo effect.
Yeah, one moment. Okay, can we try again? Okay, maybe now. No. Okay, we skip the video. Okay. The concept of our project is that knowledge is power and sharing is progress. This is the art of our guild. Knowledge is fundamental in a constantly evolving universe because it has no color, no smell, and cannot be measured by numbers, but it's undoubtedly the most crucial aspect inside. Whenever someone inside needs help or simple an advice, they will always find a brother ready to assist him. No tool will ever be as important as kindness and support. And if your brother also creates tools, then you are his side. Now, let me show you what was the reaction of our community when we introduced our tools. Approximately, it was like this. Anyway, now let's talk about important things. What is SciVault? SciVault is an innovation that has revolutionized the concept of collective mining. It has allowed members of our community to share resources efficiently, transforming mining into a rewarding and collective experience. With SciVault, forget individual collection because every resource contributes to collective success. Thanks to our dynamic coefficient, redistribution is fair, efficient, and even fun. Anyway, with an average of over 1 moment. I have a connection problem. One moment. Anyway, with an average of over 200 visits and the creation of more than 500 fleets daily, Fleet Composer has become an indispensable tool for both beginners and experienced navigators, with the full potential of your fleet, unlocking the full potential of your fleet. Fleet Composer is the tool for mastering the cosmos. These tools marked a turning point for style, demonstrating that collaboration and innovation can lead to extraordinary results, bringing many members of our community from beginners to experienced strategists. This spirit of collaboration, combined with our passion and dedication, made style not just a guild, but true family in the metaverse. This graph shows the total amount of resources shipped by participants to the Sci Vault and the specific division of each resource. As you can see, it involves millions of resources. This instead shows the percentage of each asset sent to the Sci Vault. All these resources, once sent in our board, are processed by our sophisticated software and redistributed to all participants. This means that you collect a resource or more and put it in the pool, and once a week on Sunday, you will receive all the resources. In proportion to your deposit, you receive Arco, Rockinol, Diamonds, Lumanite, Copper ore, Iron ore, Carbon, and Biomass, regardless of the resource that you choose to deposit. Sci Vault strategy addresses wealth concentration in whales by evenly redistributing capital across various assets, promoting a more balanced capital distribution and preventing dominance over single resources. Here we can see the overall progression of Sci Vault from the first to the last week, the total resources collected, and the total market value in USDC of the resources. Here, it's shown the total number of participants in the last week of Sci Vault, and we can see that the increase is amazing. And here, a brief recap of our vault. Here, whereas we can see the overall results of the great numbers we generated with our Sci Vault in the last week. And let's look at our baby, the Sci Fleet Composer. What is the Sci Fleet Composer? It's the essential tool for galactic navigators. Researchers at Sci have meticulously analyzed the SAGE manual since initial publication. This has given birth to the Fleet Composer, a tool celebrated by navigators across all of Gaia. It enables the simulation of fleets for use in labs, providing indication related to cargo capacity, warp and subwarp traveling distances, mining power, and much more. Let me show you our developers with the creation of the Fleet Composer. Then, during it, and then, when finally. Okay. The Sci Fleet Composer has indeed become an indispensable tool for strategic fleet planning. Many members have shared their stories of how Fleet Composer has helped them to optimize their performances, increasing profits and reducing time travel. And all of this thanks to the Fleet Composer's ability to provide detailed analysis and reliable projection. Here we can see that with an average of over 200 visits and the creation of more than 500 fleets daily, Fleet Composer has become an indispensable tool for beginners and experienced navigators, unlocking the full potential of the fleet. Fleet Composer is the tool for mastering the cosmos. And what about the future? SAI is an innovating space for
1 minute
around-the-clock fleet management in labs. In addition to Web 3.0, we are expanding into Web 2.0 with strategic partnership and collaboration with influencers to introduce Star Atlas to a wider audience. Our weekly showcase on Twitch and YouTube aim to attract gamers to the exciting opportunities within Star Atlas. Join us on this journey to explore and build a radiant future together. And it's the story of a DAO or revolutionary tools, but it's the story of a community growing together, overcoming challenges, and celebrating success. Our journey continues, and we too, like Cyber Composer, we are at the beginning of a great adventure that awaits us from the stars of Gaia. Thank you for the attention, and for any question, I leave you in the hands of the project manager.
Great job, guys. Great presentation. I think we're good to start with some questions and comments here. I'm gonna give it over to the judges here. You guys have any questions and comments to start off? Anyone can go ahead and unmute.
Yeah. Sorry about your technical difficulties. I think everyone's been there when you're trying to present something that doesn't work. But I'd love it if you post those videos like on Discord or something so we can all see them. But I was wondering about the Sci Vault. How does that work exactly? Is it like a collective wallet that all the resources go into? Or...
Hi. I am Giga89. I am the creator of SciVault code. So it's a community wallet, and once a week, the resources are distributed to everyone that participate to the vault. So you can receive all the resources in available in labs.
Cool, thanks.
Just with sending only one. Sorry for my English.
How exactly do you manage the permissions around that? Is it centralized in that one of your community members has the key, or like a multi-sig to distribute funds?
It's a guild wallet, and the distribution is done by a Python script that use Solana APIs.
Okay.
Cool.
So the foundation of the system is trust, because everyone every week
Lolo, you are very
send
low.
resources. And if I can have one minute, I want to say one thing. I'm hello everyone. I'm the dev of Fleet Composer, and I only want to say that. To celebrate this amazing start last week, I am thrilled to announce that we have released the new Fleet Composer version 1.2 that introduces some new interesting feature. In fact, from now, it's finally possible to link a wallet in the Composer. And thanks, thanks everyone, and have a nice day.
One question on my end. Have you guys looked into Profile Vault, one of the packages that we have?
Yeah, we currently the Fleet Composer isn't use any Star Atlas package, but we are working on it. In fact, we are currently working on Fleet Composer version 2 that introduce new other features about mining, crafting, and player profile.
Cool. Nice.
Very cool, guys. Very, very cool. Fleet Composer is awesome. Presentation was great. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being up here. I think we're gonna move on to Jose's question. Jose, take it away.
Awesome. Now we have a question related to the lore of Star Atlas. So let's see who is keeping up with everything that the lore has been, how the lore has been progressing. And the question is, who was the faction leader of the Ustur faction during the Convergence War? I want the full name.
Somebody said Flamengo, bro.
No way, bro.
It was Bominic.
Let's go, Funcracker, my man. Funcracker was the first one to get it. Congratulations, Funcracker.
Yeah, man. Great stuff, as Funcracker says. But yeah, great presentation from Star Atlas Italia. Shout out to all the Italians out there. Great stuff that you guys are working on, and love to see it. Hopefully you can post the presentation here, because the videos, we got to see them and they're actually really good. So hopefully you can share still with the community. But now we will go into our second commercial block before the last three guilds present. We have 4 projects from the Star Atlas community that submitted some videos for you guys to see what they're working on. So let's get into that, Dominic Bain, if you can play them.
Heck yeah, everyone is building. Everyone is building. Let's go. All right, first commercial. My God, the tunes, dude. I was dancing. I'm not even gonna lie. I was dancing.
Yeah, lots of new features coming. I know a lot of people use Atlas EVI for the SDU, knowing what's the latest scanning probabilities, but they just added a bunch of new features, as you could see in the video. Also, we shared this one internally, and we got a reply from our head of engineering said the dream is working when he saw this one, since this is one of the first third-party UIs that are being built out there. So shout out to Atlas EVI. Let's keep going, Tom.
Yeah, love to hear it. Next one.
In a metaverse where the impossible becomes probable, and a dimension where the terrifying becomes beautiful, stands a cute little alien destined for adventure, Puragochi.
That's That's a great song.
Oh my god, yo, that was kind of catchy though.
Yeah, that was a great one, man.
Oh man, I love that one. Okay, I love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one here. Let me bring it up. Why does everyone have like the best tunes ever? Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
I'm dancing with like every single commercial, by the way. It's like the better version of the Super Bowl here. Shout out to staratlassian.com/shop. You can get a whole bunch of stuff there that is really, really cool. Wow.
You can even pay with Puree. That's quite amazing. Love it.
Super cool.
Excuse me. I happened to be passing, and I thought you might like some coffee. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Drink overpriced coffee. Go $37. Awesome.
You don't have to drink that.
Cool. This coffee smells like shit.
Oh, that's not coffee.
What do you say I buy you a cup of coffee?
Fine. Give me your even better than coffee substitute.
What's that haunting aroma?
This is the greatest cup of coffee of all time. I want to write a song about it.
I want to dance to that song with my body.
This drink, I like it. Another! Stop! You're drinking too much! It was delicious. I want another.
Okay, man.
I can't.
You better, or else I'm getting out of here. Here, drink this coffee.
My God, that is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
Coffee is the #1 drink in the world. Everybody drinks it. Even little kids in Mexico drink coffee.
All right. I want to get some coffee. You want some coffee?
I'm branded to coffee, so I don't want too much.
I'm already on my second cup.
We're going slow and everywhere whatsoever. Captain, how do you feel?
Great, excellent, amazing. I feel better than I've ever felt at a moment in my entire life. Yep.
Hurry up and order.
Cream? No, thank you. I take it back. Like my man.
Look, I'm a frequent coffee drinker. I'm part of the club. I have a card.
And how about some chocolate lager headaches without this one? Just coffee. It's a
tiny bit richer blend than you're used to, but you'll learn to love it.
Man, shout out to Dark Core Roasters.
Half
Get your
cap.
Star
We're gonna
Atlas
have a
themed
half cap.
coffee.
We're gonna have
My
a
God,
half
it's
insane.
Yay. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
And
And they have the Atlas Brew coffee as well.
There is the Atlas Brew coffee. I have it in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Unopened, by the way. It's a collector's item.
Collector's item for sure. Man, I'm loving these commercials. This is like the Super Bowl. You're right, Dom.
It's better than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's better than the Super Bowl for sure. So yeah, make sure to get your Star Atlas coffee, the Atlas Brew coffee for sure. But now, COPA keeps moving, and we have the last 3 guilds presenting today. We will have Rome, Skull and Bones, and Solaris next. With that said, it is with great pleasure that I would like to introduce the team of Rome. So, whoever is presenting from the Rome team, I'll let you guys in. I see already 2 legends are about to come to stage. Absolute legends. I got the pleasure to meet them in Amsterdam. Ray, how are you doing, man?
Hello. Good to be here. What an exciting time. It was great seeing you guys as well in person for the Solana Breakpoint in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
and,
man, amazing.
And here accompanying us, representing Rome, is Jess Whittakis, who is the presenter of today's slideshow.
Greetings. Good to be here.
Legends.
Great to have you, sir.
Yeah, it's been an exciting time. So shout out to all the Romans. Thanks for the team, hard work and due diligence, and pleasure to be here. And let's get to it. Unless there's
whenever you
any
guys
other...
are ready.
All right, Jess, it's up. Countdown is ready.
Okay.
Timer starts now.
All right. So, what you'll see here is a very condensed version of our full presentation, which will be uploaded to gorome.io with all the supporting video content. So let's get this speed run started. To keep our presentation brief, we're going to focus on the 4 primary COPA points of interest and attempt to answer one primary question within 10 minutes. Why join Rome? We'll begin by exploring our guild story and structure. Rome was founded by a group of crypto-savvy play-to-earn gamers who are interested in blockchain projects, virtual economies, and community building. Rome as a guild is one of the early supporters of Star Atlas. All of our founding consuls and many of the guild members of Rome are poster holders and participated in the Atlas and Polis token launch, as well as the following asset sales. Today, Rome is one of the largest asset holders, both in terms of ships, structures, resources, Atlas, and Polis. And we're the #1 guild in many measurable in-game stats, as you'll see here in a bit. The structure of Rome is always focused on fast expansion, collaboration, and opportunity exploitation. Anyone interested in becoming a Roman begins as a nomad, with potential progression to citizenship through active participation. They're unlocking communication privileges and squad inclusion. All pivotal decisions come from the Senate, featuring consuls, centurions, and squad leaders. As you can see at the bottom of the slide, a person can join our Discord as a nomad. Once they have interest in becoming a citizen of Rome, we have an application process. Their application is reviewed and vetted by squad leaders and their lieutenants, at which time the nomad becomes a prospect. If accepted, they become a citizen. Now, a shout out to Winston and Virtual, our Roman centurions, as well as Emperor, the guild treasurer. Now, the role of patrician is reserved for guild members with specific levels of contribution to the Rome treasury through our guild contribution system, also known as tributum. A noteworthy milestone took place on Tuesday, the 7th, September 2021. Rome was the very first guild in Star Atlas to declare a faction after faction traits were revealed. And through an internal vote, it was clear quickly that Oni was Rome's obvious home. We created a multi-sig treasury using the squad's protocol. The Rome treasury grows daily from guild member contribution and from Star Path rewards. More than 10,000 has come from voluntary contribution in a very short time through our tributum system. Rome Centurion Winston is our most recent Tributum Maximus, which is an esteemed role given exclusively to the #1 Tributum contributor within the guild for a given month. Now, we're grateful to have been recognized as the Star Atlas Medium-Sized Guild of 2022. As you'll see through our presentation, the designation of medium guild is no longer applicable. Rome is now the fastest growing guild in Star Atlas and holds the top position for all guilds in many measurable metrics, including the total number of in-game resources mined by a substantial margin. As of yesterday, Rome's total mined resources in Sage Labs surpassed 50 billion. And we managed to claim this prestigious top spot with only 1/3 of the total players of the next ranked guild. We're fortunate to have many creative members in Rome. Rome Centurion Winston is the source of most Rome lore. Rome has a deep and immersive backstory that ties into Star Atlas lore. To see that fantastic video that Winston created, you can go to gorome.io. Next, we're going to take a look at what Rome's been up to while building in the bear market. Rome is always in active conversations with potential partners. One of those partners is YGG. Rome has a strong relationship with Yield Guild Games, and YGG is our exclusive partner, and we are the guild of choice for Star Atlas. Rome is growing in its presence in the East, as seen here at the 2023 YGG Web3 Gaming Summit in the Philippines. Rome has also recently partnered with Solian Dao. Solian Dao now operates as an individual member within Rome, as we are top-class Oni-based Star Atlas guild with a vibrant community, a dedicated media arm, and have some of the deepest knowledge of gameplay mechanics with the ever-changing meta of the game, as is evident by our substantial resources yield. One of the benefits of the organizational structure of Rome is that we can quickly and easily onboard large numbers of new members. This is especially appealing to other guilds who find that rather than manage their own infrastructure and community, that they would rather come under Rome's flag and bring their entire guild over as a squad. This allows them to maintain some of their previous culture and guild theme. In fact, their previous guild name can even become the name of their squad. They get to enjoy the benefits of the Rome community and get to become part of something much larger than they might have on their own. Rome has expanded its ranks several times through this model. If you're a small guild looking for a new home, do keep in mind that Rome is exclusive to the Oni faction. Now let's talk a moment about the Star Atlas IP. Two of the most recognized projects that leverage the Star Atlas intellectual property program are Star Atlassian, which you just saw a recent video of during the break, and Gallia Meta. Star Atlassian is created and run by Enigma42, a proud citizen of Rome and a member of the Invictus Squad. Star Atlassian was the first Star Atlas IP project to produce high-quality 3D printed resin models of Star Atlas ships. And of course, you can pay with fiat and with your crypto. Gallia Meta is the creation of Roman Lieutenant Falcor of the Reaper West Squad. Gallia Meta is the only licensed Star Atlas merchandise store focusing on producing on-demand printing of high-quality wall art photography. Gallia Meta also provides tools for Star Atlas photographers to sell their images through free, independently branded galleries with no commissions or royalties. Now, as many of you know, the Metaverse Nomads, myself in particular, were strong critics of the first iteration of StarPath. The Star Atlas team was responsive to feedback and adopted many of the suggestions provided. As a result, Rome took an active role in the program, having referred 59 people and a total referral volume of over $136,000. As you'll see in the future section, we have big plans to continue referring many more. Speaking of future plans, let's take a look at that now. The single greatest need, in many cases, for Star Atlas to reach critical mass is education. Rome's focus will be on creating an immersive new player video education experience. It will offer an engaging way to learn the basics of Star Atlas gameplay. It will not require any previous knowledge of Star Atlas, blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, or digital wallets. It will be available in different languages, and support will be provided through the Rome Discord from Rome prospects and citizens. Rome will be building out sub-DACs for specific areas of operation, such as transport, refueling, security, mining, and other guild-wide services. Rome's treasury and its citizens will focus on sustainable compounded growth in-game. This will create the potential for our members to earn through the use of guild assets, such as ship lending. The Star Atlas long game is a big one. And as we look to the future, we recognize the need to form the Oni Consortium, a place where each Oni guild can have delegates and representation, a productive space for negotiation and mediation. It's a place to explore ideas and support projects that will ensure that ONI is the premier Star Atlas faction. The consortium currently has 83 members and delegates from ONI guilds. As a participating DAC within the ONI consortium, Rome will continue to lead by example in matters of politics, governance, defense, and commerce. Rome's fleets and considerable polis are dedicated exclusively to the ONI faction. Now, we all know that the future of Star Atlas is bigger than a single option for commerce. Rome does far more OTC interactions than any other Star Atlas guild by a large margin, both in terms of sales and purchases. Rome is committed to exploring new commerce applications and tools to empower the citizens of Rome. Now, we'll take a look at some of our community building initiatives. Most of the Star Atlas community is familiar with the Metaverse Nomads, a long format live stream that has been known to go over 3 hours. We've been streaming each and every Sunday since July 4th of 2021. That's 138 consistent weekly shows. There's 181 videos on the channel, and we've now streamed more than 45,000 hours of content. We've done 19 Star Atlas team interviews, 29 guild interviews, and we've streamed more than 24 town halls and other Star Atlas
1 minute
events.
left.
The Rome Discord is an active community where everyone is welcome. There's plenty of active conversations at all levels of access. The server has 1,500 nomads, of which 1,000 have applied for citizenship. We have over 250 vetted citizens and 155 active DAC participants. Our approach of quality over quantity is what has allowed us to be the #1 most productive guild in Sage Labs by a large margin. While Rome currently sits in the #3 position for VWAP, we have the highest VWAP per player of all the top guilds. Now, as you can see here, in-game activity has been extensive. Within the showroom, Rome shows up in force. And when it comes to social media, we operate 2 Twitter or X channels, one for Metaverse Nomads, one for Rome. And of course, we have our YouTube channel where you can see us each and every Sunday. Solana Breakpoint live events. We show up again in full force and will continue to do so.
Time is up.
Rome is here for the long haul with an extensive vision for how we will continue to participate within Star Atlas. If you find yourself unaffiliated and looking for a home, all roads lead to Rome. You can watch the full presentation at gorome.io.
Nice.
All right.
Great presentation, guys. I know that, as I said it before to other guys, 10 minutes is probably not enough for everything that you're working on. So, yeah, great run through everything, guys. Let's see if there are any questions or comments from our judges. Maybe Brad first.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are really trying to build an empire, as your name would imply. I liked that your ONI faction, the first one I've seen on here today. I liked your commitment to the Roman theme with Senate and Centurion and patricians and citizens and that stuff. Your numbers are really impressive. I like that you're doing that new player experience initiative. I think that's something that we really need. So good job.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Anything from Gareth?
Yeah. In terms of your community building efforts, big fan of the Metaverse Nomads podcast. Where would you say has been your most successful area of growth in that respect? Is it the podcast, or are you seeing it in other areas, maybe from the Star Atlas community Discord or Twitter or something like that?
I'd say it's a combination. I'd say the show obviously gives us exposure with our consistency, but I would say a lot of growth also comes from partnerships.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of leaning on relationships of old back in the bull run of 2021, and then even before that, as we shown with YGG. And yeah, it's more of a spread across the field, and all moving forward in unison.
Awesome. Thanks for your answer.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Drew, my friend, anything from you?
Oh, no questions. Just kind of blown away again at the level of growth and the level of innovation and engineering that everyone's done here. And I've taken a lot of notes, but I won't spend 5 minutes talking about them on here.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So thank you, Wittecus. Thank you, Ray. two absolute legends of this Rattlers community. Let's get some Dahlias in the chat for Rome, guys.
Let's go. Let's go. For the glory of Rome. Go Rome, go home.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for the presentation.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.
Great presentation,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Cool. Now we'll get Jose with a new question for the audience for you guys to pay attention. You have the chance to win one ship right now.
New question, super fast.
I'm gonna get it.
easy. What is the name, the lore name of the showroom, the Mud CSS in Star Atlas? Let's go, Dominic Bain. Congratulations.
Nah.
Rigged. Rigged.
Oh, it's Winston. Congratulations, Winston.
Correct. All right, guys. Obviously don't count me. We're gonna move on to the next presentation here. So venturing into deep space is going to be dangerous for multiple reasons. Things like combat, asteroids, but there's also pirates. And our next presenter aims to be your next intergalactic nightmare. It's with great pleasure to bring Skull and Bones up to the stage. Skull and Bones, please raise your hand. Come up.
Yo, how's everyone doing?
Yo.
Welcome. When you guys are ready, let me know and I will start this timer for you.
Let me put on the stream. We are ready. Let me know when it's playing. Oh, do I need to share my screen? Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead and share your screen.
Just not the porn, right? All right, here we go.
Yeah, not that one.
Jokes.
All right,
jokes,
Pirates.
jokes.
All right, Pirates, go ahead.
All right, boys. You know who we are. You know what we're about. This is Skull and Bones. It's our time to present for the COPA 2024 presentation. Again, we are a mud-only piracy and PvP-focused guild. We are HRZ, the higher risk zone, and endgame focused. We have always been that, and we will always be that. There is nothing that is taken us away from this line of sight. Since the beginning, we've been around since September 11th, 2021, going on 2.5 years old. So we've been around for a bit. We've been through the ups and downs, a bear market or two, but we're here for the long haul. What do we stand for? We stand for freedom. We stand for high risk, high reward. We stand for enabling our players to reach the end game content. We stand for decentralized leadership, and by that we mean everyone in our crew gets one vote. We stand for shared spoils, which means everything is shared amongst the crew. This is the pirate way. We've designed our guild and newly formed word called DAC. We've designed it to be as decentralized as possible and as in line with classic piracy law as possible. So we'll keep this brief. We know you've all been here for a pretty long time, and there's not much you all don't know about us that we can share now. So we're going to go ahead and share some of the things about our guild that we've done for the community, for our own guild internally, and what we'll be doing in the future. So first and foremost, this is our code, formerly known as the Pirate Code, as everyone might be aware. This has been the same exact text since day one, and I'll read it off to you very quickly because this stands for all crew members. Loyalty to the guild, above all. Never lie to the crew. This is treachery. Never steal from another crew member, else the black spot awaits thee. The cut is 3.5% currently of all personal earnings from everyone will always go to the guild. Hiding your haul will be considered stealing from the crew, also known as we share all the loot. And I'll go into a little bit more detail later as to why we do this. And 5, we are alone as one, together we are legion.
By the rings of Saturn, what are you doing, Captain? Thought we weren't going to join COPA. What's the point in trying to recruit our prey?
Aye, you are definitely right there, Steve the Pirate. We actually were not going to participate this year, but couldn't resist the opportunity for glory and loot. You know, we're actually all about the booty, so had to join.
I can agree with that, Captain. Who doesn't like booty? All right, Captain, step lively now. Don't want to make these landlubbers think we've got all the time in the galaxy. Enlighten these bilge rats with the latest happenings of Skull and Bones. Just hurry it along. The stench of dry land is strong on this lot. and their eyes are already glazed over from hours of PowerPoint prison.
Aye, that'd be correct. Enough PowerPoints for today. So our accomplishments are as follows, and these are just some of the ones that we'll list off briefly. We have public, internal, and some of our guild initiatives. The public tools, as many of you know, Rogue Market, designed by Soulwalker himself, is an on-chain third-party app that allows you to trade and view all of the ships in real time, as well as charting and all the good likes that you need and miss from the old school Radium sort of market. The HOTAS, which is built for showroom. If anyone is not aware, our in-house Maytu Siderum, one of our quartermasters, he developed the HOTAS program for showroom. Allows you to get a little bit more ingrained into your own fleet and your ships and get ready for PvP. As we all know, HOTAS is the way. For internal tools, we have the Skull and Bones D app, another incredible product created by our very own Soulwalker. This is a decentralized applications for those of you that don't know what a D app is. And this has enabled our guild to sort of bring about some of the different ideologies and concepts we thought of 2.5 years ago to life. On-chain voting, as a piracy guild, first and foremost, voting and decentralization is one of the largest parts and ingrained to our soul as a guild. So everything is voted upon. Everyone gets one vote, and that is extremely important to us. There is no tenure for any role, including myself. We've done NFT drops for each of our members that have participated within our DAO over the past 2.5 years. As many of you see in our profile pictures, including mine at the moment, these were the Forgotten Pirates version 1. We sent these out, and this was a couple years ago when AI photos were new, so over time they've gotten a lot better. Year 2 of snapshot has already been taken and will be dropped shortly. And then another tool that no one knows about and that's not available for public use is our Skull and Bones in-depth fleet and ship calculator. This is something that goes a little bit further than any of the public tools when it comes to min-maxing your fleets. As a PvP guild, min-maxing is extremely important, and we've enabled our members to have every tool at their resource and availability to make sure they have an edge on the competition. Some of our guild initiatives is our guild DAO wallet, which we've been running for 2.5 years, as I mentioned, which we've seen extreme success. The Dockyard, which is similar to, as I think Benny had earlier in his presentation, where we did a guild-wide collaborative Sage effort, which enabled our crew, both large and small, to participate through quests and tasks alike in order to gain higher rewards than what they would have been able to do by themselves. And last but not least is the Craftsman Squad. Some of the guilds out here have received actual physical jewelry items from our very own John, who made these out of cast metal. And the Craftsman Squad is basically a group that creates real life products with their hands and the like of Star Atlas merch. So I'll go over these all really quickly, and I'll show you some images to keep it brief. The Rogue Market, as many of you know, or if you don't know, is again a very familiar tool for the OGs. Back to the days of Radium, where we had a sort of a market maker view of the ships. This enables any of you guys to get a view of how the charting is, what the price action, also to place orders, buy and sell both. It is an open API, and it is a free-to-use third-party trading app. Of course, donations are appreciated, which you can find in the app itself. If anyone has questions later on in the presentation, Soulwalker is here to abide. You can easily find this app at the URL down below or at the QR code. This is version 2. There will be future versions coming soon. So any advice is well taken. I think we've added a couple things from the community that we've been lacking. So keep them coming. We're more than happy to take criticism. HOTAS program, pretty self-explanatory. This was the first program for the showroom that enabled any of the players to download this application, which is essentially a key binding that enables you to use your HOTAS within showroom. For anyone who's really dying and itching to get a feel for how real flight might be within the game, or any of the flight buffs, this is for you guys. This is still available. It's open source. You can find it again at the GitHub below and at the QR code there. This is version, I think we're at version 3 or 4, and it will continue to be improved as the game develops, especially in time for R2.2. Wink, wink. Get your HOTAS ready. The Skull and Bones D app. This is something that's recently been developed, and it's incredibly powerful for our guild as a whole, since we believe extremely into decentralization. And keeping things extremely transparent. Again, when you are running a guild based on the high risk zone, everything matters. Trust is of utmost importance for all of our members, and being transparent and enabling our crew is one of the biggest tenets that we have. This DApp so far enables us to do whitelisting function for both for any guild wallet or out of guild wallet, on-chain raffles. We originally started doing raffles about 2 years ago, a couple months into our guild's creation. To date, we've done well over $10,000 of USDC in raffles that has been distributed to the crew, and a portion of that has gone back to the guild wallet. Our tokenomics, which anyone can read in the future, that will take far too long for me to explain during this presentation, but you can find the tokenomics based in our black paper, which is on our website. And our DApp will enable this function. Our tokens will never be allowed for public sale. There is not going to be any sort of liquidity pool. It will not be manipulated. It is strictly an internal guild function. And as well as Solana minting, right? As I mentioned, we've got NFT drops that have gone out to our crew. The second version of our Forgotten Pirates shall be coming out pretty soon. And this app enables that function as well.
1 minute left.
All right. We've got on-chain voting. We highly believe in being decentralized. This is our second year of our leadership being voted in, myself included. So anyone that joins the crew has a vote, and you're able to basically take rank based upon your stance in the crew. No money required. Here's our Forgotten Pirates. You've all seen these as our profile pictures. Here's an example. I'm going to speed through these last couple slides because we've only got a minute. The dockyard was a function, as mentioned earlier, where the guild collaborated on Sage Labs in order to work together to bring both large and small players together in order to reward themselves. Craftsman Squad, here are some examples of some of the products we've created. As again, some of the guild leaders received pins and of the like. I hope you can share them with the group later on. What's coming next? Public and private Skull and Bones merchandise. Some people might have noticed we had a shop earlier. We've been transitioning to a version 2. The launch of our tokenomics via our DApp, which is the DAO balloon and the DAC balloon. Both are different. We use a dual token structure. Again, you can find
Time is up.
paper, and the rest you can just read right there, and we're done. Here's the last video.
You can voluntarily fill our coffers early by donating to coffers.sol, or we will take it by force. Vote or die.
I like the commitment. I like the
these, man.
commitment here to the theme,
That's
man.
us.
It's so good, so good. And you got the QR codes. You can leave that up if you want to full screen that while.
All right,
while
I
we
will
kinda talk here.
I'll full screen that. Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's get some thoughts, questions, comments from the judges here. We'll start over here with Brad. Do you have anything?
Yeah, so you guys are like the mortal enemies of bulk. They're the shippers and you're the pirates, huh? I really like.
There's some deals that could be arranged. You never
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Okay. I'm big into the HOTAS thing. Thanks for making that. I got a Virpal set up myself and I'm all about it. So
Nice.
good work.
Happy you guys are using it. If you have any recommendations, please send them our way. We're happy to listen.
Cool. Gareth, you have anything?
Yeah. So I was just curious. You sounded a little reluctant to be here at COPA and be recruiting new crewmates. My question is, what are you guys doing in terms of community building? Are you happy with your current population? Are you welcoming new people? Do you have a cap on those new people? Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, that sort of discourse there is really, we're the enemy of essentially the majority of players in the game, right? We're not here to make friends in that regard. But we are open to any player that's interested to join. However, we've never been an active in the sense of hard recruiting. The right players normally find us, and those are what we're looking for: quality over quantity. We do have a tentative cap in mind of how many players we'd like in the future. We are nowhere near that amount, but the right players find their way to our cove is more or less what I'm trying to say.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thank you for the question, Gareth. Drew.
Again, no questions. Everything is wrote down in my rating of everybody. But in terms of comments, I love the theme and going against the whole idea of choose a faction, choose your friends, choose your industry. It's like, nope, we're just gonna be utter chaos, and we're gonna go in and take what's ours. So the branding was great.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, and of course the engineering side too. I mean, peer to peer and all the tools you've made on your GitHub. Just it's all impressive.
We have some very talented devs, so I'm sure they're very appreciative of that comment.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you to the Pirates. Great presentation. And I'm not just saying that so you guys won't kill me in the high risk zone. Let's go ahead and hand it off to Jose for the next quiz question. Jose, take it away. That rhymed like a lime. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, following the mud team, I have another question linked to the mud civilization. What's the name of the manufacturer that builds for the mud empire? Their unique manufacturer. Let's see. It's Jimmy, right? From the unseen.
I got Jimmy as well.
Awesome. Congratulations, Jimmy. Jimmy T, you got a ship.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we are approaching the end of this COPA, and we have one last presentation. So after this presentation, we'll be picking some winners from Twitter or X, however you want to call it, of people who posted with the hashtag StarAtlasCopa and shared who they thought is winning today. So if you want to participate, you still have some minutes to get those tweets in with the hashtag StarAtlasCopa and who you think is going to win today. We'll be picking some winners after this presentation. And right now, we have the last presentation of today. Last but not least, we'll have Solaris, a French guild. So let's get Solaris on stage right now.
Hello.
Hello, Vaughn. How are you?
Very well, thanks. And you?
I'm doing well. Whenever you're ready, start screen sharing and we'll get the timer.
All right.
We'll get the timer up. So yeah. Some W's in the chat for Solaris as well. Let's get the timer started. Solaris, time is running.
Ladies and gentlemen, and honey and oyster, of course, I'm proud to introduce you Solaris. We are the first French-speaking three-faction guild. We defend democracy, we value meritocracy, and secure the community. We are 340 people, including 54 invested members. We offer an increased immersion to players and an investor approach. We accept all profiles and factions, sharing our values: honesty, loyalty, sharing, work, and for sure, good mood. We want to develop a guild specialized in in-game services like bounty hunter, VIP escort, transportation of valuable cargo, and convoy escort, for example. We plan a strong diplomacy to create an interstellar synergies. We extend the Star Atlas experience through real-life meetings. Our Council of 13s develops the architecture of the organs and services like human resource, communication, development, strategy, and diplomacy, for example. Solaris is a QTT Star Atlas branch. Our Discord server is hosted by QTT with 4K members and 8K followers on YouTube after the bear market. We have several YouTubers in our rank. We can talk about Axel from Star Atlas for You, our cousin from Quebec, Marcus Crypto from Q Trading Theory, and we have one community manager on X. On this picture, you can see beautiful people from far away in the galaxy. They have landed on Earth in Paris for the first French Star Atlas event in France. The famous Morpheus, Space Froggy's commander, was here with Darren and Chris from the Star Atlas team. Our brothers from Gargantua and some other adventurers share this exceptional meeting with us. If you recognize me in the picture, you will win a great prize. We wrote our Solaris lore in conjunction with the Star Atlas lore. In the picture, you can see the first episode, Les Chroniques du Docteur Yebrouba, épisode 1, Histoire des Solars, available on YouTube, and coming soon, the second one, The Memories of Our Ancestors. Our translation team is doing a great job to offer a French version of Core and Star Atlas lore. You can see of the picture the quality of their work to include the French language with the same graphics than the original comics. And there is 10 episodes which are freely accessible on our website. We have developed our artificial intelligence named Lucy, pioneer and recruiter on Zilli, who takes our own quest and territories unknown to all. To bring our community on board, we were the first to use Zilli, previously Q3, a Web3 community engagement tool in which we created an immersive role-playing quest. We have quests dedicated to Atlassians, and therefore to anyone not yet in our guild. These quests are aimed at wide audience, enabling to take their first steps in the Star Atlas universe. Then we have quests dedicated to Solars, our guild members, who have a specific integration path. We were born under the auspice of the Great Bear, so the bear is our business. We have created a new generation website with Web3 access and tools. We have few examples on this page. Solaris Autonomic Calculator, data runners, which give in live the price of resources, ships, atlas, police. And we have created infographics, which compiling the data of ships, for example. We have created a legal entity in France. It offers many advantages and possibilities for our community. We are ready for the future. It's a real security and a gateway to real life. And what next? We continue writing our lore. We develop the guild wallet. We develop our range of Solaris accessories. We develop our guild academy for the skill development of the members in different areas like crypto, gameplay, development. And for sure, we have many moments in real life. Our roadmap is both a tool on which staff can work as a team on different projects and a public tool on which everyone can see where we are in our progress in complete transparency. And now, for the first time on Earth, you will see a new work in progress by Axel. Let's go. Thank you for your attention. Thank you to all my friends of the other guilds, and see you soon.
Thank you, my friend. That's a great presentation right there. Working on a lot of things. Some W's in the chat for Solaris, guys. Let's see some W's in the chat. And now, I think we can go to some questions. I don't know. I guess English is not your native language, my friend. So we will have
Yeah, I will do my best.
yeah, no problem, no problem. We'll take that into account. Brad, anything from you, my friend?
I'd just like to say that it's really cool what you're doing for the French community. They're really lucky to have you. All the translations you've been doing and that kind of thing. And I know there's all kinds of teams all over the world in different countries doing that kind of work. And I think it's a testament to Star Atlas, all the love that goes into that. So thanks.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Gareth, anything from you, my friend?
Yeah, similar question to the last presentation. Just curious about community building. What does that look like for you guys at the moment? Are you focusing on a specific social media channel? Is it all going through the Discord? What type of things are you working on in that respect?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
Yeah, you
San,
get
do
it,
you want
Gareth.
to?
You get
Okay.
it. You get it.
Yeah, I got it. What are you guys doing to grow your community?
Yes, we try to communicate on different media. On the Discord, we have chat rooms. We share informations of the Star Atlas development, of our development. We have YouTubers which give a great contenu, get great things. And on X, we share news from the game on everything can interest our community.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Drew, my friend?
Yeah, the only comment I have is being able to build a community that's strong in a specific nation around a specific language. It's definitely powerful because basically everyone that I communicate with at work is English speaking or American. So it works to have people that are actually fostering communities in other areas. Yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see that.
Yeah, fortunately, we have some people that have a very good English language and help us to understand difficult things.
Nice. Cool. Well, awesome presentation, Von CJ. Love it. And really appreciate your time and just sharing everything you're working on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. So now, let's get one last question from Jose for the chat. Jose, do you have something?
Yeah, I do. Get ready, guys, because this question is about one of the favorite characters, let's say it like that, of Star Atlas. The question is, what benefit does Tigo provide to your ships in his descriptions in the Star Atlas Galactic Marketplace? And
Who got it, Jose?
I think the one that gave the best answer is Iron Alien because its repair rate. Chigo increases your repair rate, so I think we go with him. Most of you just said repair.
Yeah. Cool. Congratulations then. And yeah, that was the last question from Jose. And now we'll let the judges go for 10 minutes. So Drew, Gareth, and Brad, you guys can go to a private room in the Star Atlas team server. So you can chat about it, discuss who are the top three. and we'll give you 10 minutes for you guys to go and make the huge decision that it is the COPA winners. So
Sure, that's not going to be an easy one.
No, it's not. It's not.
They were all really good.
Man, I'm so
Great
happy
job,
we are not
everyone.
the judges.
Yeah, I'm happy to not be a judge. And I would like to ask the audience right now, who do you guys think won? Let's see the chat. What was the best presentation today? It's very divided. They are a bit biased. They all say the guild name they have in their
Exactly. It's super fun.
And remember to post it also on Twitter, since right now we're going to go through some of the tweets that people got out there. So with the hashtag StratlessCopa, tell us who you think won and why, and we will be giving some ships to the people out there who posted with the hashtag.
Okay.
I have to say they were all really good presentations.
Yeah, man. I am.
Have a difficult time.
I'm really happy with the level of sophistication and hard work that Stratus community has achieved so far. Bro, imagine like a few years from now, we'll have real world companies and the controllers will be Stratos players, right? It's going to be super wild.
Yeah, man. And we have we have one thing coming from one of the IP projects that we could share down right now. What do you think?
Let's do it.
That we didn't share it before, but I don't know if you have the link. I'll shoot it to you. It's there was a challenge run by the Gallia merchants, and they were running a challenge for some t-shirt designs for COPA, and there are some cool ones out there. So I don't know, Dom, when you get that video, I'm putting you some pressure on you really quick. We can
I
play
live
to
in the pressure, man. I live in this, man. I love the hustle. I love the game. All right, here we go.
Let's take a look. Nice.
I like that one. Baneheart's crazy. Keep calm and shield wall.
That's from right now.
Oh, that was cool. I like that.
That one, yeah, I like that. Oh wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I dream about this song at this point.
Look at that one.
No way.
Oh, what a shirt from Beth there. Oh! Second place comes from Subverted Norms. Third place comes from Brutus. Yeah, those were really good ones. Really good ones. First place. Can we get a drum roll? Yeah, honestly, I like that one a lot.
Congratulations, Z. That's an awesome t-shirt.
I love that one.
Yeah. That guy's a beast. I love him.
Very, very cool.
A trophy and everything. Look at that.
Oh my god, look at this graphic. Oh my god. We're moving and grooving right now. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Big names as judges as well. Archetype, Atlas Theory. That's Luciano from our team. And
Luciano.
He's a designer from our team, so
Super talented guy. Cool.
yeah. Yeah. Let's pick a couple winners from Twitter, Dom. I have you going from a video to Twitter, you know?
Dude, I'm doing what I can over here, man.
We move fast. We move fast.
All right, let's look at some stuff. Let me there's this. Okay. Let's go through some. So Optimus says, the Star Atlas Copa presentations blew my mind. He has number 1 being Aphia, number 2 being Heimdall, Bulk, or Skull and Bones tied for second. They were all great. How about that Dark Core Roaster commercial? Best 3 hours spent in a while. I love this comment, man. Appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it, man. What a kind comment. Lumina says, first ever Copa winner here is rooting for Rome Guild to conquer the second Copa and emerge victorious. May your skills shine bright and may the presentation gods favor you. Let the games begin. Love it. Crackers says he thinks the winner is going to be Heimdall Industries. Heimdall Industries. Okay. Z says, Starless Copa, very clean presentations. Every guild did amazing. I absolutely agree. Genuinely, everyone did great. Seriously, you guys should all be proud of yourself. Let's see. We have Dr. D, 2024 winner, Heimdall. We have Sat Oreo. I think the winner is Skull and Bones. Okay, love it. We have Ruza. Sorry if I butchered that name. Winner has to be Aphia. Community is amazing and so excited for everything planned for the future. We are going to smash it in Starbase.
Nice. I like the confidence.
Yeah. Anyways, which one should we give some ships away to?
Let's give 5 ships away, man. I like the first one. I like that there's a tie for 5 guilds tied on the second place.
Okay, Optimus, you win a ship. I think you won a ship before, and I think you might have already DM'd me before. So just DM me again. DM me one more time that you won this ship as well. Let's see. Cracker said, winner Heimdall Industries. You know what, Crackers, you get a ship, man. You get a ship. You know, you understood the assignment.
Yeah,
You
straightforward.
Yeah, Crackers, you get a ship. Just message me on Discord or message the Startless Twitter account. Well, I know there's some people who have been asking about the ships. There's a lot of ships to give away. And
yeah, bear with us.
So just give us a couple days here. Let's see. Sad Oreo says Skull and Bones. I know we already read that one, but Sad Oreo, you get a ship. Just go ahead and message me, and we'll give you a ship.
Nice.
Horu's AI says, my bet goes on Rome Guild winning the Star Atlas Copa event. Okay, you win a ship. You win a ship. You get a ship, and you get a ship. Everybody gets a ship.
One more ship, and then we'll figure out who the winners are.
Hate to say it, but I think Rome has it in the bag. Why do you hate to say it? That's my question. I feel like there's some lore here that I don't know. There's some context I'm missing. What's going on? Okay, well, Iron Alien, I don't know why you hate to say it, but you get a ship, and I love to say that. So, message me.
And
we'll get you a ship.
Dominic Bain, we have the judges back on stage.
They are back, boys.
Let's go. Let's do it.
You know what?
Skip it, guys.
Dude, I think I'm more nervous than anyone else, man. I'm like sweating.
Yeah. That means that there are winners. The winners are chosen. I'm sure it was a tough decision, guys, but we will get on sharing the thoughts about that after we share the winners. I don't know why Giselle left the stage. Hopefully he comes back because we wanted Giselle to announce the third place. But let's see if Jose comes back in just 1 second. If not,
sorry, I'm back.
Okay, Jose.
Just right to the drama, guys.
Jose, you have the honor to announce the third place.
Oh my god. All right. Hi, my penguin bones are trembling, but I'll do it. The third place of the second COPA award is the legendary toolmakers of Star Atlas, Shadow Loyal. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it.
Congratulations, Shadow Loyal. Oh my God, Jose, you made that tense.
Congratulations.
Man. You made
That was tense.
tense.
That was tense. Shadow Loyal. Got the
Shadow
third
Loyal.
place.
Sly. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations,
Congrats,
Shadow
guys.
Loyal.
Yeah. Any comments from the judges on the decision for this third place?
The biggest thing for me that awarded them points was simply based off of what they had produced and built. You talk about community building and building through the bear. That's as good as you can get in my book. It's providing immense value, giving a way for people to get into the game to generate the economy. Yeah, props to you for building that.
Very true. Very true. Gareth, I see you unmuted.
Yeah. Really well done. You set the bar high early on. A lot of the later judging was based around that first presentation because you guys knocked it out of the park. Yeah, amazing tools that a lot of our internal guys use regularly. Yeah, great hacker guild theme, and yeah, just really happy with our decision. You guys have definitely earned it.
Yeah. Yeah, very well deserved. Very well deserved. Brad, any comments from you?
No, I think the other guy said it.
Yeah. True. True. Dom. Do you
Second
want
place,
to
Dom?
announce the second place?
Oof, let me just take a walk real quick, man. Let me pace around my room real quick. It's getting stressful. All right, let's do this second place. Let's do it. The second place winner for the 2024 COPA event is the great, the legendary, the Romans. Rome. Congratulations, Rome.
Congratulations, Rome. Some dollars in the chat. Some dollars in the chat for Rome.
And I guess we can go around the room here with the judges again. What made you guys decide that Rome was second place? How'd they get those points in your guys' eyes?
Yeah, I can go first. Just like the mighty empire of Rome, their influence cannot be denied. The community involvement, their social media presence, on top of all of the tooling, great community features that they've implemented is just unbelievable, especially at the stage of where we are in Star Alice development. So huge props to you guys. Great presentation. Definitely deserve second place.
Heck yeah. Congrats, Werman.
From me, having a strong hierarchy and basically a way to get users to come in, get familiar, get engaged, even get assets if that's something that you end up doing. It's really important for growing the community. And of course, they built through the bear throughout all of this. It's got an extremely professional approach, really strong branding, of course, around the whole Roman Empire theme. And then the biggest thing was the marketing and partnerships. That's pretty key, being able to leverage the other communities in the space.
And Brad?
Yeah, like these guys said, I really like the Roman angle to it. Like I said before, they're the only faction on that today, anyways. Really impressive numbers, really saying community, and yeah, they're building an empire for sure.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna turn it back over to Santi. Santi, who's first, man?
Man, should I share the first place? How much suspense do you want to give to this, man?
No, let's go home. Let's actually do it. Let's do it next year.
Next year. Okay, guys, we're closing the COPA, the second edition. We'll announce it next year. You'll have to wait just only 1 year to know. Who do you guys think? Again, it's the first place. I want to see in the chat.
See you guys next leap year.
Yeah. I want to see the chat. Who's the winner? Let's do this. So for the second edition, of COPA and the guild that is taking home a tier 3 CSS land plot is
Do it, bro.
Afia. Congratulations, Afia.
Congrats, Afia.
Congratulations to the winner.
Congratulations, guys. Any comments from the judges? I see Drew unmuted already.
Yeah, I'd love to go first. Like I said, I met you guys at Breakpoint. You had a very professional approach right from the get-go, and you knew exactly what you wanted to build. And so you had that specialization, just like a company would, specializing in a product. And so you have a really focused strategy to get users in, to get that job done, and to scale it. Of course, you built in the bare with like bots and websites and marketing and cooperating with users and gameplay tools and data analysis. You built a ton of stuff. It's really impressive. And in Breakpoint, you're asking questions about player profiles and DAX, and yeah, you're just trying to get the edge on everything. You have expansion of existing operations. You're looking how to scale. You're looking at providing commissions. Like it's extremely professional. So it was very hard to not give you anything besides number one.
Yeah, I agree with Drew here. As a personal fan of the AFIA dashboards, the tooling you guys have provided to start its community and people within your within the DAC has just been invaluable. Again, to Drew's points about your ability to scale and your foresight when it comes to opportunities to grow your guild, it's really commendable. And yeah, you definitely are in the number one spot.
Yeah, congratulations. Brad, anything from you?
Yeah, I think Drew said it. Professional is the word I would use to describe both your presentation and everything you do. Just a little behind the scenes when we got into the room, all three of us, number one, Afia, all three of us, number two, Rome. Number three was a lot harder. We ended up going with Sly, but it was, if you want to know, it was close between Heimdall and Skull and Bones, where all three were neck and neck. So great job. Just an honorable mention to you guys.
Yeah, honorable mention to them and also to all the other guilds that presented today. These people are all adding real value to the Star Atlas community, helping grow the project. And there's only one winner, in this case, well, 3 places. But I know there's a lot of people just working tirelessly for the Star Atlas ecosystem and the Star Atlas community. And this is what COPA and the Community Week is about. We want to share some love back to you guys. We say it a lot, but we wouldn't be here without you, especially pushing through this tough bear that we had. And this award was won by Afia, but it's just an appreciation of love also from the Star Atlas team to every single one of you who is out there just supporting us day and night. So good segue. I see we got Michael here. Michael, any thoughts you want to share?
Yeah, well, I do have a couple of thoughts. I really just wanted to make a few comments as we wind down here. So without seeing your agenda, is there anything else you guys wanted to cover before I just make a few comments?
We covered everything.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Well, first and foremost, I just wanted to commend the community team here. I don't know if everyone out in the audience realizes this, but between Santi, Dom, Jose, probably Arthur to some extent, this entire week, all of these events were independently produced and hosted by them. This wasn't like a corporate initiative, and just being completely honest, it wasn't even something that was on my mind. These guys pulled it all together because of the love that's shared between the community, between them, and really the rest of the team. So I do also want to thank Drew, Gareth, Brad for all jumping up here and participating in judges. But guys, big W's to the community team here just for pulling this all together, getting everybody connected here.
Thank you, man. Really means a ton.
Yeah, I'm really blown away. I think we've had some good events in the past, but this just everything I've seen so far over the course of this week, the cohesion is so strong. I'm going to stop bringing up past events. We're past it, we're beyond it, but man, the vibe has just changed so dramatically, especially over these last couple of months. I think a big turning point for us was at Breakpoint, and we're just seeing the sentiment and momentum turn around dramatically. I can tell you the team internally is completely hyped and completely psyched about everything that we have going on this year ahead. As I talked about on the town hall a couple days ago, is just absolutely massive. And I don't think there's anyone out there in the space that's building at the pace that we are, with the innovation that we are, and with the passion that we are. So a big thank you to our team, and then of course to all of you guys out there in the audience. Just sincerely appreciate the continuous support, being with us through all of the times. The judges here had mentioned building through the bear market. These things are going to come. You know, it's all cyclical. Not every period is going to be the best period, but we make the most of it, and we make the best of it. And I want to thank you all just for sticking around, for joining us this week. You know, seeing anywhere from 300 to 600 people in our Discord for these events, it just really shows the solidarity, the support, the passion that everyone has for Star Atlas. And really, really appreciate you all joining, spending a few hours with us here today, and through the over the course of the week as well. And of course, we have the Joni Awards tomorrow. So with that, I will close out here for myself. But just a big thank you. Super encouraging to see all of the development, the innovation, and the interest in Star Atlas.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the words. Not much to add there. You touched on Johnny Awards. Guys, the Community Week is not over yet. We have one last event for the Community Week 2024, and that's the Johnny Awards, where we are rewarding the individual contributors of the Star Atlas community. So we just shared the link in the chat. Make sure to mark us interested, because tomorrow is the last event of the Community Week, and we will have the Join Awards and also be closing the Community Week. Before we go here, any words from Jose, my friend, before we close?
No, friend. I very quickly just want to say that I was impressed by everything that the Star Atlas DAX showed today. Like, this is for me a glimpse of the future of everything that waits for us, because Star Atlas success is not automata success. It is the community, it is people having fun, people dreaming together about what we envision, about the change that we want to be in the world. And today, you guys saw the strength of this community. Like, automata had nothing to do with anything that was showed today. Like, you guys are co-creating this with us, and for me, there's nothing that measures how strong Star Atlas is and how bright the future is for us. Thank you for working so hard for this dream.
Great words, man. Some Dalies in the chat for that. Dominic Bain, anything from you, sir, before we close?
Yeah, I do want to say something, and what I want to say is, I know competition can sometimes be it can be hard, right? And I really want, I know everyone's kind of said it already, but I really want to hammer home that every single presentation was absolutely insane, fantastic, and we are so incredibly lucky to have every single one of you. Take this time, just keep building. Let's have a even better Copa next year, and let's end off the Community Week with a bang with Joni Awards tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for joining today. And yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, thank you for joining the longest event of the Community Week. Just a little couple shout outs before we close to all the guilds that presented today: Shadow Loyalty, Onsin, Heimdall, Aphia, Bulk, Stratlas, Rome, and Solaris. Thank you guys so much for everything you're working on, all the value that you're adding to the community and Star Atlas as a whole. And also to all the IP projects that shared some presentations today, also the videos. Those were awesome. I really enjoyed watching every single one of them. So Evite, the Purity, Dark Core, Enigma, Galliard Station, the Hologram, Subverted Norms, Gallia Merchants, and Zoe AR. And a ton are missing as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to the judges as well, Brad, Gareth, and Drew. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here and listen to everything that the committee has been working on. And I know you had a tough job just judging everything. So thank you so much. Much appreciated, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow at the Johnny Awards, everyone. The community week is not over yet. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Let's end it with a bang. Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, guys.
Bye-bye.
Everyone left, so no one will hear me say I'm switching to Ooster.